Like a beacon on a hilltop, Broken Bow breezes furrowed the black and gold. In the midst of a 5-game and 6-day stretch, McAlester basketball seems to have the ball rolling. The Lady Buffs finished as consolation champions of the Bobcat Classic over the weekend, with their male counterparts making it out as tournament runner-ups. But here on a Monday night in McCurtain County, a matchup is renewed. With both teams donning the same colors, whose gold will shine brighter? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray's Activity Center in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, along with Nate Brown, and you are tuned into the Lady Buffalo pregame show here on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. Tonight we have the Broken Bow Lady Savages and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Partner, after a rough start to the season, the Lady Buffs were dominant over the last 2 games and seem to have not only have momentum but also confidence. Tonight will be no small task, however. We'll get to the keys of the game in a moment, but what do you want to see most from McAlester tonight?
What I want to see from McAlester most tonight is I want to see them build off that momentum that they built off 2 straight wins in the Bobcat Classic, like you just mentioned, and just show that they are ready to build on that, which they absolutely are, and I'm ready to see it here tonight. All
right, let's go ahead and let's preview the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, who are 2-10 on the season, led by head coach Courtney Bashirs in her first season with McAlester Lady Buffaloes, coming off of 2 straight wins in the Bobcat Classic in Bridge Creek, Oklahoma, over the weekend that led them to consolation champions. Looking at some of the players that stood out for them was Cambry Zoomer. She had 14 points per game on 42% shooting, 4.3 boards per game, 4.3 rebounds per game. I already said that, 4.3 steals per game as well. You also had Bodie Nystrom with a heck of a tournament, 10.3 points per game on 40% shooting. She also had 7 rebounds per game and 2 steals per game. Let's look at Taylor Williams, too. She had 7.7 points per game on 44% shooting, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 3 steals. You had Rylan Lesnow, 9 points per game on 41% shooting, 5.7 rebounds per game, 2 steals a game. And then you're still looking at some more players. Again, they all kind of shined over the last couple of games. Shiley Mason had 5 rebounds per game. Avery Albertson, 4.3 points per game. Also 3.3 steals per game, including 7 steals that she had against Noble on Saturday. So let's break down the entire tournament from the team's perspective here. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes began the Bobcat Classic in Bridge Creek with a 69-20 loss, a game in which they led for a majority of the first quarter. The Lady Buffs turned the ball over 27 times and they did not make a 3. When it was time for the next game the next day against the host team Bridge Creek, a completely new team emerged. A team that only shot 16% from 3 coming into Friday, with 65% from downtown, nailing 9 threes and accounted for 36% of the season's made 3-pointers. This opened up the paint, and McAlester, they just completely feasted. They beat Bridge Creek 58-33, and the next game was even better. After a competitive first half, the Lady Buffaloes outscored Noble in the second half 40-8. You heard me right, 40-8 to win 71-30 to finish as consolation champions. McAlester made 5 more threes, took 53 more shot attempts than Noble, and out-rebounded them 44-24. Furthermore, McAlester forced 36 turnovers to just 13 themselves. So after 27 first-game turnovers, McAlester had just 33 in the final 2 games to be significantly better taking care of the ball than they had been all season. But today, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are going to be going up against a team that was leading 3A number 1 Washington for 3 quarters before Washington came storming back. We're going to preview them coming up in just a moment. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks, or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same-day or next-day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
So welcome back to McCurtain County as the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are getting ready to do battle with the Broken Bow Lady Savages in this battle of the black and golds. Let's now take a look at McAlster's opponent, the 13-4 for a 16th ranked Broken Bow Lady Savages led by head coach Toby Bean. So again, they are 13-4, 16th ranked. They're scoring 53.4 points per game, giving up 41.2 a game. They were 15-11 last year, finishing 3rd in the Tallahena tournament, 5th in the Washington tournament, and they lost in regionals to Kingfisher 45-30. But they are already back with a vengeance, already 2 games away from matching their win total from a year ago. Their only mutual opponent that we've had so far between Broken Bow and McAlester is Idabel, and Idabel won that game 59-39. So far this year, Broken Bow 3rd place in the Arkansas Tournament of Champions. They were 2-0 in the Kingston New Year's Classic, and they were Washington Tournament runner-ups against the host team Washington. We'll get to that in just a bit. Jalen Cawthron, get to knowing that name.
Yeah.
She led Idabel in scoring last year, and that led to the Lady Warriors becoming 27-1 3A state champions. She is transferred now to Broken Bow. She was a freshman stud. She's now a sophomore and tearing it up for the Broken Bow Lady Savages, so McAlester has their hands full tonight with her. So far, they are 3-2 against ranked teams. The one I want to talk about the most, though, is the 57-50 loss over the past weekend in the Washington Championship to 3A number 1 Washington. Again, Broken Bow was leading that game for almost the entirety of the game, and then Washington came storming back, won by 7. So if you're wanting to see what this team is made of, maybe they're a little bit streaky. Again, they only have 4 losses this season, but they have shown against Idabel, a team that McAlester played relatively close for the first 2 to 3 quarters, that they can be beaten by this McAlester Lady Buffalo team. But again, you have to be able to contain. This is going to be the biggest key for me. Contain Jalen Cawthron, who already has an offer from Abilene Christian, and she got that as a freshman. And also don't sleep on Tyson Woolsey either. She nearly averaged a double-double as a freshman with multiple 20-point games and had a couple 30-plus point games as well. So a couple of weapons for the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Let's look at some weapons for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes now.
First player to watch is Cambry Zoomer, who absolutely caught fire in the Bobcat Classic, scoring 14 points a game, including a career-high 21 against the Lady Bears of Noble. If she can keep that momentum going, McAlester has a star in the making. Next up, we got Ryan Lesnow, who ended up just shy of a double-digit scoring average in the tournament, but still leads the team in rebounding. We'll need to see her get back into double-digit scoring tonight against Broken Bow. And finally, Bodie Nystrom got into double digits in the tournament, averaging 10.3 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals a game. Bodie hitting her stride could spell trouble for the Lady Savages tonight. And we'll move to the keys to the game. Use your improved three-point shooting to your advantage. Over the last couple games, you started to gain some momentum from three-point range. If you're able to make Broken Bow respect it, it'll open up the paint for you like we talked about so many times in the tournament. Second, you got to cash in your free throws. McAlester shot 48% from the free throw line against Noble. You cannot give up free points that this talented Broken Bow team will give you. And finally, you got to dominate the boards. McAlester was able to out-rebound the Lady Bears on Saturday, 44-24, which was big in getting the Lady Buffs second chance opportunities. If you're able to do all 3 of these keys to the game, you're likely to head back to the MAC with a 5th straight win over the Lady Savages. I'm going to add one more real quick. Obviously, slow down Jalen Cawthron.
Yeah, looking at the battle of the black and golds, this is McAlster's first game against Broken Bow since January 27th of 2023, exactly 2 years ago to the date at the same location when McAlester won a thriller in the final 10 seconds on a three-point ball, 58-56. Avery Albertson is the only current McAlester player to have played in that game. McAlester, as Nate mentioned, has a 4-game win streak over Broken Bow. The Lady Savages' last win was in Broken Bow, granted, on January 29th, almost 4 years ago to the day, January 29th, 2021, in a 50-35 win. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside my stats man / color commentator, Nate Brown. We have about 2.5 minutes until the announcement of our starting lineups, our national anthem, and tip-off here from McCurtain County on a Monday night on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to McCurtain County. You're joining us in the middle of the national anthem, so let's send it down to the floor here of the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray Activity Center.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right the most bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. For say us that star-spangled banner wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's a good one, buddy.
That was a very good one.
All right, there was your national anthem as we're back here, like I said, in McCurtain County on a Monday night. Brandon Green alongside Nate Brown as we're about to have our starting lineup, starting off with the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Of course, they're the road team on the scoreboard wearing their road black-on-black jerseys with the gold numerals on the front and back and gold McAlester across the front. Starting off with number 1, the sophomore guard, Cambry Zoomer, leading the team in points per game, free throw percentage, and steals per game. Senior guard number 3, Avery Albertson, who had 7 steals against Noble back on Saturday. Sophomore guard number 5, Rylan Lesnow, leading the team in rebounds per game and field goal percentage. Number 24, senior guard, Shiley Mason, leading the team in three-point percentage at 31%. And the senior center, number 45, Bodie Nystrom, leading the team in blocks per game, averaging nearly a block a game for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes Black Death defense. Again, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 2-10 on the year, led by head coach Courtney Bashirs in their first year, but winners of their last 2 straight, looking for a 3rd in a row before we welcome back the Ada Lady Cougars to the MAC for the first time to the MAC tomorrow night. Again, this is McAllister's 4th game in will be 5 days now. Tomorrow will be 5 games in 6. So let's look at the starting lineups for the Broken Bow Lady Savages wearing their home white-on-white uniforms with the gold numerals on the front and back. And, of course, the home team here tonight in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Led by head coach Toby Bean, 13-4 on the year, 16th ranked in Class 4A. You have number 1, Jaxie Glasson, the 5'5" senior. Number 5, Rayleigh Gaston, the 5'9" senior. 14, Tyson Woolsey, the 6'1" sophomore. Number 23, Jalen Cawthron, the 5'7" sophomore. And number 25, Katie Rogers, the 5'8" junior. We're about to have our tip-off here, brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Accepts consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and offers a 50-50 split. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main, McAlester, behind Dollar General. Nate, any final thoughts before we get started here?
This should be a very exciting game. We got the Broken Bow Band just to our right, and it's going to make for a great atmosphere. Kind of a unique gym here in Broken Bow if you've never been. Personally, I really like it.
McAlester will be moving it left to right across your radio dial and video screen. Really, we're kind of in the corner today. If you're watching on the video screen, you can see that. Tyson Woolsey, opposite of Rylan Lesnow. Ball's up in the air. Tip is won by Broken Bow, and it's basketball time down here in southeast Oklahoma. Ball on the right wing. Ball overhead. Trying to drive right side. Inside the three-point line. Long pass back out to the near corner. Swing to back left wing over to Gaston. Gaston, entry dribble. Back out to the right wing. Feeding into the corner. Three-point ball up in the air by... That is Cawthron. That's going to be missed. Rebounded by Rylan Lesnow, and we're back underway. 7:35 left to go in the first quarter. One and done with the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Ball on the right wing, feeding it top of the key. Lesnow swings the far corner. As Zoomer looks around, feeds it over to Alberson. Now to the right wing to Lesnow. Lesnow bounce pass into the low post to Zoomer. Zoomer double team, backs up, takes the 2, and sinks the 8-foot jumper along the baseline. And the McAlester Lady Buffaloes take an early 2-0 lead over the Broken Bow Lady Savages from the right hand of Cambry Zoomer. Far corner thinking about the spot up 3. Instead, they're going to pick it up and look for a lady inside. They find Cawthron. Cawthron with the left hand can't go. And Zoomer's got the rebound along the baseline. Zoomer down the floor, stopping front court. Zoomer straight away. Looks right, passes right over to Rylan Lesnow. McAlester leading 2-0 with 6:53 left in the first. As Bodie Nystrom attempts a right block 2 that won't fall. Rebounded by Gaston. Gaston down the floor, into the paint, kicks the far corner. Rogers, pump fake, pulls up. 10-foot jumper is swished. And it'll be a 2-2 ball game as Broken Bow scores their first 2 points of the game with 6:35 left in the first quarter. Zoomer passes left wing to Lesnow. Lesnow feeds into the corner. Zoomer thought about the 3. Zoomer now is left wide open. She takes the far corner 3. Too strong with an air ball. Rebounded along the baseline by Katie Rogers, and Broken Bow moves it the other way, right to left. 6:19 left in the first. Pass to the baseline. Back outside. Rogers, spot up 3 on the way. Got it. And Broken Bow takes an early 5-2 lead over the over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes with 6:09 left in the first quarter. Zoomer passes right wing to as number 24, Shiley Mason. Mason looks around, won't find anyone. Tries throwing a high post, and it's stolen by Cawthron. Cawthron is in the clear. Cawthron with the left-handed layup, and it's a 7-2 Broken Bow advantage on McAllister's first turnover of the game. Zoomer straight away, passes right side to Mason. Mason looks inside, no one's open. Passing out to the corner over to Zoomer. Zoomer gets a screen, now picked up on the double team. Goes baseline, pulls up, push from the back, and the shot won't fall, but we'll have 2 free throws coming up for Cambry Zoomer. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951.
And that is the first foul on Broken Bow.
As the first free throw will go for Zoomer. And McAlester ends that 7-0 run that the Lady Savages win on. Zoomer's second free throw is good as well.
Brings the score to 7-4 in favor of Broken Bow.
And here come the Lady Savages the other way, up by 3 over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes with 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Near corner, passing out left side. Cawthron sets up for the left wing 3, too strong. Rebounded by, that is Shiley Mason. McAlester down by 3 right now, 5:20 left in the first quarter. Zoomer feeds it inside. Nystrom for 2. Nystrom scores and 1. She shoots, she scores right this way. Miss Bodie Nystrom to the charity stripe. She will try to tie this game up with a free throw attempt. She was 50% from the charity stripe back in the Bridge Creek tournament, 6 of 12, and she can't get this first free throw. McAlester still down.
Broken Bow brings it across the floor, drives down low, and we're going to have a foul called.
Looks like our first one on the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. with 5:10 left to go in the first quarter.
Foul's going to be on Avery Alberson, her team first of the first quarter for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes.
So first free throw is up and good by Rayleigh Gaston. It's now 8-6. Lady Savage's second free throw attempt by Gaston is nothing but net. And it goes up to 9-6, 5:10 remaining in the first quarter. McAlester trailing the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Down the near sideline, Cambry Zoomer stops right wing. Zoomer feeds it across the corner to the far sideline, now top of the key to Avery Alberson. Alberson trying to direct traffic outside the perimeter. Between the rings, Zoomer now with the basketball. Inside 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. McAlester is trailing 9-6 to Broken Bows. Here's a block shot down in the low post by Katie Rogers. And now Broken Bow will move the other way.
It's already the second block by Broken Bow here in the first quarter.
McAlester on average, when they are on defense, averaging 2.2 blocks a game. Cross-court pass right wing to Cawthorn. Cawthorn feeds it low post. Up for two. Left-handed shot is missed. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Savages, and it will be McAlester basketball. And sometimes the goal can be hard to see from the other side of the floor, but that looked like it was Tyson Woolsey that just missed the left-handed shot. Broken Bow wants to press. McAlester can beat it with a pass over to Bodie Nystrom, who looks for a trailing point guard. Finds Alberson across the half-court line. Dribbles high post. Looks, guarded up well by Cawthorn. Throws it low post. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Katie Rogers, who is guarding Rylan Lesnow. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 9-6 Broken Bow advantage. I don't know if we're back on the radio side or not. I know that we connected via phone because we're having some connection issues with our tie line. As here's a near corner three that's going to be missed by Cambry Zoomer. 9-6 is our score with 4:10 left in the first quarter. We were having some of the problems on Saturday too, and we're having it here in Broken Bow for whatever reason. But we'll address it when we have a little bit of a stoppage in the action, but we haven't had one yet. We've had a couple of free throw attempts, but that was while we were trying to get everything fixed. Here's the right wing three. That's a long three that oh my gosh, it was a right wing three. There we have an offensive rebound and put back by Woolsey, but it hit the right side of the rim, hit off the top of the backboard, as now we have an easy steal and score by Rayleigh Gaston to make it quickly 13-6. But that three-point ball, for those listening on radio, hit the right side of the rim, rested on the top of the backboard, and almost fell back in. So 13-6, Avery Alberson trying to get across Cawthorn. Double-teamed inside the circle. Passes a short pass to Lesnow. We're going to be having a jump ball here that will stay with the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Again, 3:26 left in the first quarter, 13-6 our score. But for those listening on radio, for whatever reason, I don't know why I report it. It might be because we've been using it so much in January. We've had so many games, both area and McAlester, and we might be just running out of a space there on a reported app. Straightaway three by Zoomer is good. Paint it gold. Cambry Zoomer answers with McAllister's first made three of the game, and it's now 13-9 with 3:15 left in the first quarter. Right wing into the corner, feeding it low post, gathering it and muscling her way towards the basket is Woolsey. Cannot finish, though. Offensive board by the Lady Savages. Pass back out top of the key. Trying to drive, now back over to Woolsey. Kicks it out to the far corner now, stepping just inside the three-point line. Cawthorn can't make the two. And the ball is on the deck. It's being fought for. Zoomer still wrestling for it as it goes into the backcourt. Still rolling all the way towards the other baseline, but finally retrieved by Aubrey Hightower. Hightower now with the left-handed dribble all the way down to the floor, down into the low post. She almost scored, but she will go to the free throw line for two attempts here.
Foul's going to be on Rylan Lesnow. That'll be her first, team third of the first quarter.
But if you are listening on radio, I think that when we get to halftime, we're going to try to address the tie line issue, and we'll see if we can fix it. I don't know if there's really much we can do. The first free throw is going to be missed off the back iron by the Lady Savages, number 24, Aubrey Hightower. But it's nothing to do with us here inside Broken Bow. It's something to do with, I think, with our servers.
That might be.
Second free throw is made by Hightower, and it's now a 14-9 Broken Bow lead over McAlester. 2:42 left in the first. Pass across that court line. Zoomer behind the back. Nice move. Back pedals it on up past Hightower. Now she'll stay in the front court. Right side. Feeds it to the right wing to Alberson. Tries to direct traffic. Gets Zoomer into the corner. Zoomer takes another corner three. Paint it gold. Back-to-back threes from that corner for Cambry Zoomer. And it's a 14-12 McAlester deficit as they're clawing back, trying to get closer and closer at the high post. Zoomer almost ripped it loose. They're able to get it out to the right wing with a pass. Now a lob inside is swatted away by Rylan Lesnow. Out of bounds, staying with Broken Bow.
And Brandon, Cambry Zoomer has 10 early points.
10 out of the 12 for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. There's an inbound. Stepping back beyond the three-point line was Hightower, thinking about the three. Now gets it to I believe that is, can't tell with the gold numbers on the other side. Hightower now has an angle right. And we're on the other side of the floor here with the ball now, number 12. Genesis Smith is checked into the game. Stopping high post, back outside. Cawthorn on the drive, step back, went back outside the perimeter, back to the left wing. Hightower for three, won't go. Is last touch by the shooter as it takes an awkward angle, bounce into the corner. 1:47 left in the first, 14-12. McAlester down by 2 to the 16th ranked team in Class 4A. Broken Bow, who has only lost 4 games this year, 2 of them against ranked teams. The Lady Buffaloes only down by a bucket. Left wing Albertson hands the ball right back off over to Zoomer. As Nate mentioned, an early 10 points as here's a lob. They were looking for a backdoor pass as Albertson was cutting her way there. She was denied access to the low post, and it leads to an early turnover here. But McAlester so far doing a decent job of taking care of the basketball. I believe only 2 turnovers that I can recall, but also we've been dealing with technical stuff. Here's a right block, too, that'll be made on a nice find from Cawthorn. And that was to Avery Skelton. Zoomer picks up her dribble, passes angle right to Mason. Mason looks for someone to open. It's Nystrom down to the near corner. Another 3 on the way by Zoomer. This one's a little too strong. Rebounded offensively in the corner, opposite for less now. Top of the key now to Albertson. McAlester trailing 16-12, under a minute left to go in the first. Zoomer straight away. Looks, overhead pass to Les now, left front court. Backs it on up. Looks like Broken Bow in a man-to-man defense here. 45 seconds left in the first. Mason can't find anyone. Finds it back to Zoomer. Zoomer near corner. Goes baseline past Our Lady. Reverse layup, but she's almost tackled. And she will take free throws instead. This trip to the charity stripe, since, again, I don't know if anyone heard it on the radio earlier, is Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices. Call 918-426-1951. Zoomer's first free throw is no good. Rattles out.
That was the first foul on number 24 for Broken Bow.
That would be Aubrey Hightower. Third team foul on the Lady Savages as Zoomer goes 1 of 2 from the line, sinking her second attempt. 35 seconds left in the first. Hightower, lob to the far corner, just inside the three-point line, dribbling it back out is a Lady Savage, back out left wing. Lob far corner. Pump, drive, stop, high post. Lost the ball, ripped away by Avery Albertson. 21 seconds left in the first. Lady Buffaloes down by a tray. Albertson calls for Zoomer to get into the front court. Guarded well. Pass angle left to Lesnow. Lesnow looks around. No one's open inside the paint. 10 seconds left in the first. Zoomer, left wing, tries to find a lady. Instead finds the arms of Genesis Smith. Genesis Smith down the floor, scores with the right hand. It's 18-13. 3 seconds. McAlester won't have a shot here at the end of the first quarter, and that will be the end of the first. Lady Buffaloes trail Broken Bow 18-13 here on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,845.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, here at the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray Activity Center as the Broken Bow Lady Savages, entering quarter number 2, have an 18-13 lead over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. 7:40 left in the first half. A block shot. No! Late whistle coming in. Nearly a block shot right to a Lady Buffalo to take it in stride. We'll see who is the one that was charged with the foul. And it looks like it's going to be Rylan Lesnow.
That'll be her second, team first of the second quarter.
Scoreboard only shows that as her first.
Okay.
We'll take that, though.
Yeah.
Katie Rogers hits the first free throw. That is the first team foul on the McAlester Lady Buffaloes as we're just 23 seconds into the second quarter. And 19-13 disadvantage for the Lady Buffaloes as they miss the second free throw. Kaylee Knight's checked into the game. She has the rebound. It's Alberson, Knight, Mason, Zoomer, who takes the ball from Alberson right wing, dribbles in, takes a right elbow two, and is fouled. So Cambry Zoomer back to the charity stripe, and also on the floor for the Lady Buffaloes, as we mentioned, Rylan Lesnow. This trip to the charity stripe is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. First free throw was made by Zoomer.
She's up to 12 early on here.
Second free throw attempt is in the air and good as well. And the Lady Buffaloes cut the deficit to 19-15. As down the floor will be Aubrey Hightower. Now down into the low post. Woolsey back outside far corner. Driving in, stopping. Good move to the low post. Hightower lets it roll in. That's a nice move by Aubrey Hightower off the bench. Was not a starter today. The sixth lady onto the floor, and now it's a 21-15 game. Zoomer straight away, 7:05 left in the half. Zoomer passes far corner to Knight. Knight looks around. Knight can't find anyone. Has to pass it. Finds Mason between the rings. Mason on the edge of the Broken Bow logo. They have two different logos at the mid-floor area. Now we have the pass to the far corner to Mason. Tries throwing it to Alberson. Intercepted by Cawthorne. Cawthorne one-on-one. And a missed shot by Cawthorne on what I thought was a foul on Avery Alberson, but McAlester will take it. Now down the floor, Zoomer finds Lesnow down low. Spin move. Tries to go up for two and traveled. What a move down low. As forcing the missed shot, really the travel was Tyson Woolsey. Never going up with it. Lesnow went up with it and did not release the ball. She really had no chance to. But at that point, we saw it over there at the Bridge Creek Classic too. I think with the boys game, you got to let go of the ball at that point.
Yeah.
Take your chances of maybe getting the rebound back. Right wing, Rogers finds Woolsey wide open down low, misses the shot, gets her own rebound and scores off the right block. And it's a 23-15 Broken Bow lead. 6:17 left in the half. Zoomer straightening away, pass to the left wing, Knight. Eyes, can't find anyone. Far corner now to Zoomer, who's just near the sideline. Steps out, left wing three on the way, airballed. And the ball is last touched by, looked like it was Aubrey Hightower, and it was, as Kaylee Knight was also going for the rebound. Baseline inbound here on the right side of the floor by Mason. Mason slaps the ball, looks for an open lady, finds Lesnow down low. Lesnow, tough shot from the left block, won't go. Rebounded by Woolsey. So far, Broken Bow doing a really good job of making McAlester score from outside. The Lady Buffaloes have done a decent job so far. They've really got nothing inside. Far corner threes in the air. That one's in and out. Offensive board, Woolsey. Woolsey is feeding inside the paint. Can't score right there, though. And a ball last touched out of bounds by the Lady Buffaloes. As it was Jaxie Glasson, and I believe Alberson going for the ball in that last rebound chance. Woolsey takes a break.
Already 5 offensive rebounds for Broken Bow in this first half.
On the opposite side of the floor, I've already said it once, but those gold numbers are really hard to see. I think checking into the game was Avery Skelton. Here's an open two from the right block, and scoring is Jaxie Glasson. And it's the first double-digit lead for the Broken Bow Lady Savages with 5:30 left to go in the first half. Alberson angle right. Looks around, overhead pass to the low post. Lesnow trying to direct traffic, back outside Zoomer. Goes baseline, pulls up. Baseline jumper is missed, but again, a late foul will let Cambry Zoomer go back to the charity stripe here.
Foul's going to be on number 1, her first. I believe that's the team third.
That'll be Jaxie Glasson, yes. Jaxie Glasson, her first personal foul, second team foul. Zoomer can't hit the first free throw. McAlester, if you're going to beat a team like Broken Bow, you're going to have to be able to make those. Zoomer leads the team in free throw percentage at 74%. That's missed 2 early on here. Zoomer's second free throw is good. It almost tried to rattle out, but it would not do so. And Coach Bashirs calls a timeout with 5:21 left to go in the first half. 25-16. McAlester is trailing Broken Bow here on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
We're back to action after the McAlester timeout. They have 4 left. Broken Bow with all 5. Broken Bow leading McAlester 25-16, 5:15 left in the half. Right wing, Rogers with the basketball for Broken Bow. Passes to the left wing. Gathering it is Hightower. Hightower backpedals it up straight away. Passes back out right front court into the corner. Cawthron fakes the pass overhead. Steps back. That is Genesis Smith who now gets it inside. And we have a foul now down in the low post that will send a Lady Savage to the free throw line. And it looks like it's number 10 here. That's not number 10. What is that? Number 20. That is Haley Brantley at the free throw line.
Foul was on Shiley Mason, her first, team second of the second quarter.
Boy, I'm telling you, as the first free throw is missed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the gold is too bright or it's...
I don't know. I mean, they're fairly easy for me to see. I'm
also colorblind, but I don't really know why that should make that much of a difference. I guess it's the light gold with the light white kind of mixing in for me.
That could be it.
Brantley makes the second free throw, and it's now 26-16. Broken Bow back up by 10. Under 5 minutes left to go in the half. Zoomer near corner. Zoomer gets a screen by Les, now takes the near corner 3. Back ironed it. Rebounded by Rogers, and Rogers now takes it down the near sideline with 4:45 left in the half. Feeding into the corner. 3-pointer in the air. That one's swished by Haley Brantley, and it's 29-16. 4:37 left in the half. Left wing, Knight with the basketball. Zoomer now into the corner, far side. Zoomer works off a screen, thought about the 3, passes between the rings over to Mason. Mason eyes, looks over to Alberson, right wing. 13-point lead for Broken Bow. Zoomer straight away and passes back right wing to Knight. Nothing doing right now for McAlester inside the paint. They only have 2 points from inside the paint right now. Pass low post, and now make that 4. Rylan Less now with a good feed from, I believe that was Shiley Mason, is able to finish with the right hand. The Lady Buffaloes back down by 11, 29-18, halfway through the second quarter. On the drive, stopping Rogers. Free throw line, back out far corner. 3-pointer from the other side is almost through for Brantley. Ball gets swatted out of bounds by Rylan Less now. McAlester will have to defend it an inbound here. Going to do the duties will be Genesis Smith.
Cawthron checking back in for number 25.
Smith inbounds, high post, driving Hightower. Hightower couldn't get the layup to go as we have an offensive board, a couple of them, and on the second attempt on the putback, we have a foul here on the Lady Buffaloes, which will send a Lady Savage to the free throw line.
Foul was on Kaylee Knight, her second. Okay, that's where the foul was I was missing from earlier.
Back to Haley Brantley at the free throw line. Her first one is made.
Checking in will be Bodie Nystrom, coming in for Rylan Less now.
Score is 29-18, 3:50 left in the half. Brantley trying to go 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. The right hand will do it. It's now 30-18. Oh, make that 31-18. They didn't put it on the point earlier. 31-18, the Lady Buffaloes trail the Broken Bow Lady Savage. Again, first time we've had this matchup in exactly 2 years. The last time that we had this matchup was also a really great nail biter. Far corner, Zoomer for 3 off the left, right side of the rim. Offensive board by Mason, back outside the Knight. Knight looking around, takes her dribble towards the baseline, feeds to Zoomer. Zoomer left alone, she'll take another near corner 3. This time she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line for 3 attempts. So Zoomer back to the charity stripe. And you can tell here often they're setting up plays, Coach Bashirs, is to be able to get Zoomer some attempts to take 3-point tries. And she's been able to hit on a couple of them. Zoomer misses the first free throw.
So far today, she is 6 of 9 from the free throw line.
Lady Buffaloes are a 61% free throw shooting team, so that's about right on average with what they do on the year. Second free throw is up and good. She gets one more here to try to pull the Lady Buffaloes back within 11. 31-19 score. And her final free throw of 3 is made. So 2 of 3 from the charity stripe goes Cambry Zoomer. She's up to how many points now?
She's got 16.
Her season high before last Saturday was 19. Now she's got 21. Here's a drive baseline, missing the shot. Ball's on the deck. Bodie Nystrom with the rebound, throwing ahead to the near sideline to Zoomer. Zoomer was 16 out of the 20 points for the Lady Buffaloes. Right wing Knight feeds it inside. Nystrom, low post, up for two, too high off the glass. Knight tried flying in for the rebound, no dice. With the rebound, Cawthorn the other way. Cawthorn coast to coast, too hard off the glass. Ball goes towards the baseline, retrieved once again by Nystrom, ending yet another possession. Zoomer dribbles into the front court, passes to the opposite side to Alberson. Alberson letting the offense get set up. She directs Knight to between the circles, and Knight receives the pass from her fellow senior. Knight to the near sideline. Now Zoomer takes that spot. 2:37 left in the half. Lady Buffalo's trying to bring this back to a single-digit deficit. Knight back to Alberson. Alberson looking aside of, that's Brantley. They have a long pass to the far corner taken by Zoomer back to the other right wing. Trying to crack the code that is the Broken Bow defense right now. Pass high post, turnaround jump shot, free throw line, won't go. Halfway down the hoop, popped out for a Bodie Nystrom shot attempt. And now down the floor, feeding it baseline, coming loose, grabbing the ball, and that's a rough call there for Shiley Mason. Looked like the ball just came a little bit off to the right side, not being able to retrieve it on a bad pass was Genesis Smith. But Shiley Mason, regardless, will get her second personal foul here.
Be the team's fourth personal.
One more will send the Lady Savages to the charity stripe for the rest of the half. Top of the key, wide open three by Gaston, back ironed, gets her own rebound, mid-range, back outside. Near corner three by Brantley is good. She's made another three. That is Haley Brantley with her second made three off the bench in this game. And now it's a game-high 14-point lead for the Broken Bow Lady Savages with 1:40 left in the half. Knight near sideline, feeds it into the corner. Zoomer gets a screen, takes a corner three, and answers back. Cambry Zoomer painted gold, and the Lady Buffaloes bring it back to 11.
She's got 19 first half points.
Is that good?
That ain't bad.
1:23 left in the half. Bounce pass, high post. Turning around, Cawthorn for the mid-range jumper, smooth like butter. 36-23, 1:15 left in the half. Zoomer to the far sideline. Alberson at three, she wants to take it. Now she will. Left wing three is airballed. And it will not be saved as it goes into the, I believe that's the Broken Bow cheerleaders.
Yes.
It's sometimes hard to tell when you're just looking at the colors because, again, this is the battle of the black and golds, obviously. 65 seconds left in the half and a 13-point Broken Bow lead. Near corner, Rogers feeds it low post to Woolsey. Woolsey outside, right wing into the corner. Shuffling inside, Brantley, back outside, left wing, Cawthorn. Cawthorn inside the three-point line, back out. Right wing three by Brantley is too strong. Tipped around the lane. They'll be taken by Mason with 40 seconds left in the half. 13-point McAlester. Disadvantage here. Pass the right wing back over to Zoomer. Zoomer left wing to Alberson. Again, moving parts here, trying to find that open shot. They were able to find it a few times. Some of them just haven't fallen. Straight away, Zoomer steps back, thought about the three, passes left wing to Mason. Now down into the lane. Nystrom backs up her lady, goes up for two against Woolsey. Blocked shot, gets her own rebound back. Back outside right wing. Zoomer takes the long three off the front iron. And we have a rebound and a final shot attempt here for Cawthorn. 11 seconds left in the half. Cawthorn feeds it down to the low post. Rogers to Woolsey. Woolsey for two, scores. 38 points here in the first half. Maybe one final shot attempt for Zoomer. Half court at the buzzer. Hard off the glass, and that'll be the end of the half. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes trail 38-23 to the Broken Bow Lady Savages. We'll look at your halftime stats when we return here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So, checking account. accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and here in the girls' game, as we have a first half time deficit for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. 38-23 is our score here at the break. Again, if you're listening on radio, I know that we've been having some connectivity issues and it's not with us over here at the gym, so it's something going on with our server. So this is the sound that you're going to get for the rest of the night. But if you want to try to watch it, you can also watch it on our McAlester Radio YouTube channel. We are streaming live with no problems right now, knock on wood. 38-23 is our score. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes down to the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Let's look at your halftime stats, brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
More than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
All right, Wyatt. He's tomorrow. Wyatt's joining us tomorrow. But Nate, tell us our first half stats here for us.
All right, Cambry Zoomer was your leading scorer in the first half. She had 19. She made 8 of 11 free throws, 3 of 10 from three-point range. She also had a defensive rebound. Ron Lesnow had 2 points in the first half on 1 of 3 shooting. She had 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive. Bodie Nystrom had 2 points in the first half on 1 of 5 shooting, along with 3 rebounds. Avery Albertson recorded a steal in the first half. Shiley Mason recorded 4 rebounds in the first half, 1 offensive, 3 defensive. And Kaylee Knight recorded a defensive rebound as well. Moving on to the team stats, McAlester shot 6 of 20 from the field in the first half, good for 30%. Broken Bow, 14 of 33, good for 42%. Both teams shot 3 of 11 from three-point range, good for 20%. Broken Bow just slightly better from the free throw line, 7 of 10 for 70% compared to McAllister's 8 of 12, good for 67%. McAlester being out-rebounded right now 18-11. Broken Bow's forced 6 McAllister turnovers. McAlester has forced just 1 Broken Bow turnover, and Broken Bow has had 3 blocks in the first half.
All right, so again, McAlester found themselves kind of in the game for the most of the first half. It was hovering around a 10-point deficit, but then in the final minute and a half, that's when you saw Broken Bow start to extend their lead. So really, it has not been Jalen Cothran that's really been hurting McAlester. It's been the post play, in my opinion.
Yeah, Broken Bow's used their size advantage to their advantage, and it's starting to show in this game. But there are ways to get around that. All you got to do is just try and start making your threes. I mean, obviously you're trying to make your threes, but if you're able to focus on that and start making from three-point range at a bit of a higher rate, who knows what could happen.
All right, so as we look towards the second half, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are trailing once again 38-23 the score. 3:05 remaining in the third quarter, in halftime. They already put the third period up there, but as I'm trying to do multiple things, trying to get our radio side back up and running to the best of its ability, I'm kind of elsewhere right now. But I'm going to get it back locked in as we're about to begin quarter number 3 as the McAlester Lady Buffaloes taking trail by 15 at the break. We'll be back in just a moment. Those are your halftime stats brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net. Second half action coming up in 2.5 minutes.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. You're joining us in the middle of action as out of the break, McAlester Lady Buffaloes' Bodie Nystrom ended up hitting a free throw line jumper to be able to pull the game to, at the time, 38-25, but we just had a big three-pointer be hit from the left wing by the Broken Bow Lady Savages to move the game now to 41-25. So McAlester trails by 16 here with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Nystrom has the ball, mid-range area, turnaround jump shot from the mid-range area is going to be missed. Left side of the lane, rebounded by Woolsey as he quickly gets it to Cothran. Cothran down the floor. Again, now McAlester will be on the left side of the half-court line. Broken Bow on the right. Left wing threes in the air. This one's missed, as trying to go for back-to-back threes was Katie Rogers as she hit the last one from that same area. No dice this time. Zoomer inches closer to the three-point line. Passes left side to Lesnow. Lesnow about 4 feet away from the three-point line. Top of the key to Mason. Mason looks right, passes right, finds Alberson. Alberson directing traffic. McAlester against this man-to-man defense. Pass high post, Lesnow. Lesnow back outside Alberson. Into the corner, Mason. Tried feeding to the low post. Woolsey pushed Nystrom, and that's what allowed Woolsey to be able to take the steal. So now Broken Bow moves the other way. Neither team has gotten into the bonus today yet. Here's a near corner three by Glasson, that's good. And now Broken Bow starting to hit on all cylinders. They were okay from three in the first half, but they weren't like great. And so far they're 2 for their first 3 from downtown in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
They're up over 33% right now. They're 5 of 14.
Low post and an easy block shot by Woolsey on Cambry Zoomer. And this has been all Broken Bow for the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the second half. Cawthorn with a tough 2, can't get it to go. And an easy rebound underneath the basket by Shiley Mason. Alverson currently with the ball, angle left. Wants Mason to come up to the top of the key and points her to go that way. And she'll retrieve the ball on the edge of the logo. Again, a 44-25 game so far. Broken Bow scoring higher than their average on the season so far at a 53 points per game average. Here's a bounce pass into the paint. 2 is up by Rylan Lesnow. Could not get it to go. We have a fight for the board. It's going to be taken by Cawthorn at the high post.
Got to make those if you're the Lady Buffaloes if you're coming back in this game.
I think Lesnow might have gotten hit a little bit there too. Here's a near corner 3. And speaking of hitting, Jaxie Glasson hits another 3, and now they're 3 of 4 from downtown in the second half. It's been Glasson and Katie Rogers. Right wing, Mason looks to the corner. No one's there. High post to Alberson. Alberson bounce pass back over to Lesnow. Lesnow contested 2. She took a bump to the body, misses the shot, no call. Now down to the low post. Nystrom goes up for 2, misses the shot. Another offensive rebound. This one is by, I believe, Nystrom again. As she misses the shot, she was fouled first, so free throws here for Bodie Nystrom. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. So Nystrom eyes the rim, bends the knees. First shot is up and good. Lady Buffaloes trail by 21 now, though, as it has been a hot start to the third quarter for the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Mason checks out. Knight comes in. Looks like Taylor Williams might be getting her first minutes here if Nystrom can hit this next free throw. She does not, so it's still going to be Nystrom on the floor. Williams will come in for Nystrom at the next break, should she stay in front of the scores table. Free throw line, jumper by Cawthorn is short, rebounded by Alberson. Alberson looks around, finds Zoomer. Zoomer in the backcourt, jogs across the timeline, middle of the floor, stops, looks left, passes left to Alberson. Alberson was looking inside, couldn't find anyone there. Lesnow works opposite of the screen, dribbles to the high post, gathers it back, long jumper, got the Buffalo bounce. And it's a 19-point deficit now for the Lady Buffaloes, 47-28.
Lesnow has 4 on the day.
Lesnow has not been able to really find anything at the rim. Here's another near corner 3 by Glasson, and she's got another one from the corner. She has found her hot spot, 50-28. Lady Buffaloes back down by 22. Halfway through the third quarter, Knight with the ball, right wing. Back straight away to Lesnow. Lesnow bounce pass side post. Albertson's able to grab it left elbow. Tries to thin the needle. Back outside over to Lesnow. Lesnow driving, stopping. Back outside Zoomer. Zoomer left wing. Thought about spotting up at the 3. Now back pedals on up. Guarding her is Cawthorn. So McAllister's leading scorer against Broken Bows. Bounce pass high post. Nystrom feeding it back to Knight. Knight up for 2. Can't get that shot to go. Offensive board. Bodie Nystrom for 2. Can't score, but she'll go back to the charity stripe. McAllister has had quite a bit of free throw attempts so far. How are they doing so far from the line, Nate?
Stand by. McAllister is 9 of 14 from the free throw line right now.
It's not bad.
64%.
Yeah, right around their season average. First free throw by Nystrom is good. 50-29. And even though she has been burning McAllister in the second half, Jaxie Glasson will take a seat. And so Rayleigh Gaston checking in, Genesis Smith. And I think the other check-in was, I want to say that was Haley Brantley. Nystrom's second free throw attempt is good, and she goes 2 of 2 from the line. It is a 20-point game, 50-30. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes down by 20 with 3:29 left in the third. You're listening to McAlester Lady Buff Basketball here on KNED.
when winter winds blow icy and rare. McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes taking on the Broken Bow Lady Savages in McAllister's fourth game in 5 days, and they'll play their fifth in 6 days tomorrow against Ada. 3:18 left in the third. It's a 20-point McAlester deficit to the Broken Bow Lady Savages. Right wing, Cawthron showing off the ball handles to the far corner now with the pass. Back out into the front court. Good defense by Zoomer, having to force Broken Bow to reset up the offense. Zoomer still right on her at the high post area. Has to pass it back out far corner. Brantley's already hit a couple of threes. She'll get it back outside to the left wing to Hightower. Hightower on the drive. Pass it back outside to Smith. Smith backpedals. Pass side post. Cawthron pumps. Goes towards the rim. Goes up for two. Cannot make the shot, but she's fouled in the process. And it'll be Jalen Cawthron at the free throw line for 2 attempts here.
Foul's going to be on Taylor Williams. That's her first.
The sophomore that ended up helping lead her team, Idabel, a year ago to a 27-1 record and a state championship, the first ever for the Idabel Lady Warriors last year, hits her first free throw. It's 51-30. Second one in the air by Cawthron is no good. Bounces out. Lesnow with the rebound. Works off the pivot foot and gets everyone away from her. After the pass, now to Zoomer. She takes it with a jog. Pass ankle right. Alberson looks right. No one's there. Between the rings now to Knight. Knight, high post. Lesnow from the left elbow. Backs up her lady. Turnaround jump shot. She's fouled on the elbow. 2 free throws for Rylan Lesnow.
That'll be the third team foul on Broken Bow here in the third quarter.
McAllister's 17th and 18th free throw attempts. It doesn't seem like McAllister always gets to have this many free throw attempts in a game. Doesn't happen very often. Lesnow's first free throw is good. Back to a 20-point game. Lesnow coming into tonight, a 69% free throw shooter. Second attempt from the sophomore is right down the barrel. And it's back to under a 20-point deficit for the Lady Buffaloes, 51-32 the score.
Lesnow's up to 6 points on the day.
Brantley will take it down the floor, passes left side to Hightower. Hightower to Smith, right wing. Smith sets up, left wing Cawthron. Cawthron takes the ankle left three, nothing but net. You could hear the cords rip from here. Smooth finish there for the sophomore, 54-32. McAllister back down by 22. 2:10 remaining in the third. Knight, left wing. Feeds it straight away. Lesnow fakes the pass left, goes right with it over to Alberson. Alberson left alone, bounce pass high post to Knight. Knight back outside. Alberson spot up right wing three. Cannot answer. Was on target, just not enough oomph. Rebounded by Cawthron. Goes coast to coast. Stopping low post. Tough two. Tries to go around. Lesnow, no dice. Zoomer's got the rebound alone inside the lane. Under 2 minutes left in the third. 54-32. Zoomer left wing. Beats a little bit further to the left side to Lesnow. Lesnow back to Alberson. Broken Bow kind of just staying inside the three-point line, not letting McAllister approach it. Entry pass, high post, floater on the way by Alberson, off kilter. Knight tried fighting for the rebound, will not go. Cawthron with another board. Cawthron, pass to Alberson. Swing pass, baseline, two-pointer up, and a foul called on Rylan Lesnow, as that will send Haley Brantley to the line for 2 attempts.
I believe that is Lesnow's third.
And you are correct. That's also team foul number 3 on the Lady Buffaloes here in the third quarter. Both teams have 3 team fouls. First free throw by Brantley is good. I'd like to know what Broken Bow's shooting tonight, if you can give me the chance.
They're shooting 45% from the field, but 47% from 3.
That'll do. Brantley's second made free throw makes it a 56-32 game, and I don't think it's McAllister not guarding the 3 ball that well. I think it's just
they're just hitting contested shots.
Yep. I mean, they've had a few open shots, but again, even NBA players and college basketball players, D1 athletes miss wide open shots. How often do you root for your own team and you're like, well, okay, this one's got to go in, and it doesn't?
Exactly.
Williams checks into the game. A pass attempted for the low post to Lesnow, swatted and stolen. To the other side of the floor goes Smith, passes inside to Cawthron. Cawthron Gets around. Lesnow can't score. Gets her own rebound. Back up for two. Can't make it again. Gets her own rebound a third time. Back outside the perimeter. Straightaway three is up and missed. And ball still on the deck. We have a fight for it at the high post. We will have a foul called. I think it's going to be on the Lady Buffaloes here. And it's going to be on Kaylee Knight.
As her third.
I think Kaylee Knight was trying to argue that her arm was being held while she was trying to get the rebound. Regardless, it will be Broken Bow basketball in a 24-point McAlester deficit. Inbound near corner, almost stolen. Cawthorn is left alone for a right wing three that she airballs. Offensive rebound, though, and the putback is good, and one for Genesis Smith as Broken Bow is starting to run away with it now. That puts them into the bonus after the foul for the rest of the third quarter, which only 27 seconds remain in it. So Genesis Smith at the charity stripe. I don't mean to, jinx us at all or anything, but is this game moving pretty fast to you?
It feels like it has moved very fast.
Free throw is up and good, and it's now a 59-32 game. We haven't even hit the 52-minute mark yet, and we're about into the fourth quarter.
I'll take it.
Straightaway three, dribbling into it with Zoomer. Misses the straightaway three off to the right side. Rebounded now by the Lady Savages. McAlester has had a third quarter to forget. Here's a bounce pass to the left wing into the corner now, Rogers. Rogers got the scoring started for the Lady Savages in the third quarter with a left wing three. Back out right wing with 5 seconds. That three-pointer is too strong. Offensive board, Brantley inside the lane scores, and there's the buzzer. So we head to the fourth quarter, already 61 points for the Broken Bow Lady Savages. A lot of it from this third quarter, nearly 30 points in this third quarter as they lead the Lady Buffaloes 61-32. We'll take a break and head to the fourth here in just a moment on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Welcome back to McCurtain County. It's really been all Broken Bow since the midway point in the second quarter. McAlester was hanging with them, and then all of a sudden Broken Bow's shot was falling, and it wouldn't stop falling. As they're shooting about 45% from the field, around 47% from three last time we checked. They take a left wing three to begin the fourth quarter, and of course, as I mentioned that, it is hit. And it's not just one player, it is everybody. Genesis Smith joins the party with a left wing three, and they have doubled the score of the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 64-32, which unless they can really get it going quickly here, their mini win streak is going to come to an end tonight as they get ready for Ada tomorrow. Here's a nice move towards the low post. Rylan Lesnow showing off the spin move as she scores and one. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Beauty of a move there from the sophomore Rylan Lesnow. Cannot convert at the free throw line, however. Rebounded by Broken Bow as now McAlester trails by 30, 64-34. 7:19 left in the game. Again, McAlester looks like they're in jeopardy of losing their first game to Broken Bow. Now, remember, we didn't play them at all last season, but it would be the first win for Broken Bow over the McAlester Lady Buffaloes since nearly 4 years ago to the date, January 29th, 2021, here at this gym. Here's a near corner three by Rogers. That is made. They just cannot miss right now. They're looking like the Coweta Lady Tigers.
They are 10 of 21 from three-point range right now, so nearing 50%.
How do you beat it?
It's very difficult to.
Past mid-range, not a lot of people would beat them today. Driving in, that's Nystrom, draws contact. She hits the deck as she is fouled. 2 more free throws here for the Lady Buffaloes.
Foul was on number 12 for Broken Bow. That is her first. I believe that is Genesis Smith, team second here in the fourth quarter.
Nystrom with quite a few free throw attempts here today. She can't get the first one, tried resting on the front iron, and it fell off.
These are attempts 6 and 7 for Nystrom from the free throw line.
So Nystrom trying to go 1 of 2 from the line. Spins the ball a couple times, quick trigger with a shot, won't fall. Offensive board, Rylan Less now for 2, scores out the right block, and she gets him back for Bodie Nystrom regardless. 67-36, McAlester trails.
Les now's in double digits. She's got 10.
On the drive, low post, a wild shot. We have a jump ball here. And that will be McAlester basketball.
I'll take it.
What was that? Les now they got her handed on that, I think?
I think so.
She's
going to get the steal.
I was about to say, do you give her a steal there? Albertson with the ball left wing, hands it back off over to Zoomer, who takes her spot. About 5 feet from the three-point line, lobs low post to Nystrom. Nystrom tries to feed it back outside to Zoomer. Zoomer was zigging when she should have sagged. Again, just miscommunication there. Passing to the spot that Zoomer was at. Zoomer tried going further into the corner. It was sailed out of bounds into the McAlester bench. 6:09 left in the game, 67-36. Left wing with the dribble. The near corner, Smith for a 3. Got it, man. They are just hitting from all parts of the floor. They're 50% from 3 now. Genesis Smith, the 11th made 3 of the game for the Lady Savages. They're 11 of 22. Why does it always happen against McAlester that
always
people get up into the double digits in three-point shots? I understand with Coeta. Here's the pass, low post. Good feed. Bodie Nystrom is able to score from the right block. Lady Buffaloes down, though, 70-38. And just, again, there really is no answer for a deadly three-point shot from all 5 on the floor. Left wing with the pass to the top of the key. Smith has already hit a couple of threes back-to-back. Working back around to the left wing, into the corner. Spot up threes in the air. That one is good, too. No, it's not. It fell. It went through the hoop, but it hit the bottom of the shot clock and then went through. So it's going to be a missed 3 technically, but it went, and that's just showing you the kind of night it's been for the Lady Savages.
That was just some bad luck for them. The first time all night.
I was about to say their first bit of bad luck tonight. 5:05 left in the game. Les now fakes the pass left, tries driving right inside the three-point line, traveled. Yeah, that's an easy travel there. 5 minutes left.
McAllister's done a good job of protecting the ball. Only 10 turnovers here in the game.
Which is well below their season average. It's half of their average on the season.
Problem is, Broken Bow's only turned the ball over twice.
Wow. Only a combined 12 turnovers. Far corner with the ball.
That might be why this game feels like it's gone so fast.
Not a lot of turnovers, but we had a lot of free throws, so usually that means you have long games here. As here's a jump ball in the high post that will stay with the Broken Bow Lady Savages as they have the possession arrow. Looked like it was Hightower getting caught up there with Lesnow. Smith will baseline inbound this one with their team up by 32 points. A lob to the high post. Brantley back outside right wing. Spot up threes in the air and short. This one will roll into the Broken Bow bench, going to the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. So I wonder if we're going to start the boys game early or if we're going to be on time.
I don't know.
Speaking of boys game, Graydon Howell, you didn't get to see it on the video stream or you didn't get to hear it on the radio, but Graydon Howell, who McAlester will be playing, he's only a sophomore. And you're going to talk about him a lot in the next game because he looks like he's going to go D1 in football if he chooses to do so, which he has a lot of offers as Les now can't handle the ball along the baseline. He's got a lot of D1 offers, including Miami and Boston College. But on top of all that, he's a pretty darn good basketball player, too. He has not even finished his sophomore year, and he's already passed 1,000 points.
That is very impressive.
4 minutes left in this one. McAlester Lady Buffaloes down 70-38. Here's a straightaway 3 that is in and out. Rebounded by Lesnow. Now Zoomer down the floor. Zoomer passing angle right, looking inside, finds Nystrom. Nystrom off the right block, scores. Nystrom's had a pretty good game today.
She's got 11.
70-40. McAlester scoring really hasn't been a problem. They're scoring at a higher average than they have for a majority of the year. It's just that they're also giving up more points than they normally do against a dynamite shooting team tonight. Jump pass outside. Smith trying to go 3 for 3 in the quarter. This one's a heat check. Too strong with the shot. Zoomer with the rebound on the other side of the goal. Long pass ahead to Albertson as she stops in front of the near sideline, in front of her own bench. Pass high post. Les now drives, tries to thin it between 2 defenders. Lost the ball a couple of times, but is able to get it back out. Bounce pass back inside. 2-point shot. Looked like Leicester might have been hacked on the arm, but it'll be a missed shot. I guess you could call that a block. It'll be rebounded by the Lady Savages. And if that is a block, no. I'll let the official stats man do the talking there. Straight away, into the corner. Taking the contested three, won't fall. Rebounded by Nystrom. On the three-point attempt was Anaya Griffin. 2:50 left in the game. Driving furiously and traveling in the process was Cambry Zoomer. She hadn't opened Avery Alverson in the corner had she not traveled, but it gives the ball back to the Lady Savages. I'm telling you, Nate, we might break a record for fastest game.
Don't jinx us quite yet. We still got 2:45.
Left wing Griffin. Straight away as we have some substitutions in the game. Now 0-0 Brooklyn Anna is on the floor. Passes left side to Griffin. Griffin takes the spot up left wing three. That one's off. Fight for the rebound. It looks like it's last touch. Oh, they're calling that broken bow basketball. As, okay. Avery Skelton clearly touched the ball, and you have a pretty good angle of it over here. And yes, he did say it was touched, but it was touched by Skelton. But again, it doesn't really matter much in a 30-point game. Genesis Smith gets the inbound, can't make the shot from inside the paint. Williams has got the rebound and hands off to Alverson. 70-40, McAlester trails, 2.5 minutes left in the game. Near corner, Lesnow spot up three from the corner, rims out. After second attempt of the season, she hit her first one. As McAlester needs to turn around, if they do so, they get a steal, and Alverson does do so. Head to Knight, ahead to Zoomer. Zoomer, 5-foot jumper, got it, nothing but net.
She's up to 21.
And she has tied her career high that she just set back on Saturday against Noble. And she became the leading scorer over that tournament. Coming into tonight, 12.2 points per game in her sophomore year. Low post, and there's going to be Smith being fouled by Avery Alverson on a shot here. So Genesis Smith back to the charity stripe.
I was going to be on Avery Alverson. I've got that as her second. Okay, and they agree. They've been changing fouls like after they put them on the screen, so it has been throwing me off all game. First free throw is good, and substitutions for both teams.
For McAlester, as I'm sure anyone watching right now is probably watching the McAlester stream, Kirsten Smith, Callie Burrow, and Abby Parham staying on the floor for the Lady Buffaloes as Williams and Albertson. Free throw is made. One of two free throws were made. It's 71-42. 2:13 and ticking left in this one as McAlester will fall to 2-11 on the season. They'll see their win streak come to an end at just 2 games right now. Parham on the right wing. Looks, finds Burrow straight away. Back over to Albertson. Stripped away, going the other side. Wide open layup is up and made by Anaya Griffin. And it's 73-42. Most points that McAlester has given up this year, as I'm checking their sheet real fast, I think it was 76 to Durant. When I was updating all their stats here, I didn't end up checking. No, yeah, it was 76. 76 is the most that they've given up this year. They're approaching that as it's 73-42. But again, sometimes you're like, well, we just didn't play very well. And sometimes it's the other team played out of their minds.
Yeah.
And that's what we've kind of ran into today for the Broken Bow Lady Savages. 90 seconds left in the game. I think if they would have played like this against Idabel, I don't think they would have lost Idabel.
No, I don't think so.
Left wing Williams back straight away to Albertson. 1:20 left in the game. Lobbed inside. Good look for Taylor Williams. Cannot make the shot. McAllister's also. They've struggled there, though, making shots right by the basket. It's about the third or fourth missed shot that they've had like that. Here's a short corner missed 2. Offensive board. Wide open layup is made. Now into the scoring column, Kennedy Bonds. 60 seconds left, 75-42. Albertson passes to Parham. She can't handle the pass, and it goes off her foot and rolls out of bounds. And now Mason and Knight check back in for McAlester. In for Smith and Parham. By the way, though, we did have an update before the Lady Buffaloes game ends. I'm going to do a little bit of a subtle plug here. It's not really subtle. But if you do want to check a really cool interview that we've had with head coach Courtney Bashirs on how the McAlester Lady Buff season has gone and how they feel moving the rest of the way, we encourage you to go over to our YouTube page as we have Knight trying to get a steal here with 34 seconds left. Won't happen there. Albertson instead gets it. Down the far sideline she goes, and she was kind of pushed, but they're going to say she stepped out of bounds instead, so it goes back to the Lady Savages. But we encourage you to go to our McAlester Radio YouTube channel, and you're going to be able to see that running with the herd. McAlester Lady Buffalo basketball update with head coach Courtney Bashirs. It's about 28 minutes, but it's well worth their time, I think.
It was a fantastic interview.
I always like interviewing Coach Courtney Bashirs. 20 seconds left in the game. Dribbling inside, back outside. Spot up three on the way by Griffin is short. Mason's got the rebound deep in the corner. 13 seconds left in the game. Long pass trying to find Williams. It's taken over the top of her. Taken back by Mason, who saves the ball. Denied 4 seconds. Tries throwing it back over to Taylor Williams. And that's knocked out by Broken Bow with 3 seconds left. 75-42. Enough time for one more play with 3.1 left on the clock. Mason looks. Baseline inbound to Burrow. Her two is blocked. There's the buzzer, and that's the end of the ball game. The McAlester Lady Buffaloes fall to the Broken Bow Lady Savages with a final score of 75-42. 75-42, our final here. As we now look at our post-game stats, which is brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, brake work and heat and air repair, plus we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 2201 North Main Street in McAlester, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Nate, take it away.
Cambry Zoomer was your leading scorer in this game today. She had 21 points on 5 of 14 shooting. She also had 3 rebounds. Bodie Nystrom had 11 points on 4 of 11 shooting. 4 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive. Rylan Lesnow recorded 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting. She had 7 rebounds, 2 offensive, 5 defensive, along with a steal. Avery Albertson recorded a defensive rebound and 3 steals. Kaylee Knight recorded 1 rebound and a steal. Shiley Mason continuing to really impress me on the rebounding side. She recorded 6, 1 offensive, 5 defensive. Taylor Williams recorded a defensive rebound as well. And that'll do it for your individual scores. And we'll move on to your team stats. McAlester, 13-40 from the field, good for 32%. Broken Bow took 23 more shots than McAlester. They shot 26 of 63, good for 41%. McAlester just 3 of 14 from three-point range. Broken Bow 11 of 29. McAlester 13 of 21, good for 62% from the free throw line. Broken Bow 12 of 17 for 71%. Broken Bow completely dominated on the rebounding side. That was 34-25. McAlester turned the ball over 16 times compared to Broken Bow's 5. Broken Bow also had 5 blocks in this game.
So your final analysis of this game is it looks like we're going to be starting early tonight as we have 13 and a half minutes until the start of the boys' game.
Well, I mean, you can't do a whole lot when a team shoots nearly 50% for most of the game at such a high volume. And really, when you only have 3 scorers on the team, it's hard to compete with a team that looks like they could make some kind of state run.
Yep, I completely agree. There's not really much more to say about the game. It stunk to see McAlester, Coach Bashirs kind of mentioned it, taking 5 steps forward, but sometimes 6 steps back. I don't think they really took that many steps back tonight. I think that you just ran into a team that was going to beat nearly any team that they played tonight.
Yeah.
Should McAlester play better than what they did? Yeah, probably. But at the same time, you ran into a juggernaut tonight on just what was their night. So Lady Buffaloes will try to fix it on up. They don't have a lot of time to be able to do so. Again, they'll play, we mentioned it a couple of times during the broadcast, their 5th game in 6 days tomorrow, and it's going to be against Ada, and that is no easy test either. You thought that Jalen Cawthorn is good. Well, yeah, they've got a pretty good player on Ada that we're going to talk about tomorrow. So, anyway, that is our final score here in the girls' game. Again, the Broken Bow Lady Savages beat the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 75-42. We'll take a little bit of a break, about a 2-minute break, and then we'll get ready for the boys' game coming up momentarily here on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. We just finished up with the ladies' game in which the McAlester Lady Buffaloes finished in a final score of falling to the Broken Bow Lady Savages 75-42. Now let's preview the boys. The McAlester Buffaloes 9-6 on the season, led by head coach Mike Dooney in his second year with the squad. So the McAlester Buffaloes finished as Bobcat Classic runner-ups. They beat Duncan 79-61. Plainview 63-54, but lost to Blanchard in the championship game 59-45. On the tournament, McAlester shot 2% better than their opponents and 8% better from 3. They were also 6% better from the free throw line, won the overall turnover battle, and had 14 blocks. Yeah, you heard me, 14 blocks to just 6 on them. McAlester was out-rebounded, but by just 2 rebounds per game. In the championship game, early foul trouble for all tournament selections Brandon Smith and Rodney Washington led to an 8-point halftime deficit that increased in the third, and Blanchard is a tough team to come back from double digits on due to their slow, methodical play style. McAlester was also outshot 51% to 35% and 31% from 3 to 19%. As we previously mentioned, Brandon Smith and Rodney Washington were all tournament selections. Brandon Smith, 22 points per game on 52% shooting, 56% from 3 as he went 10 of 18. He also had 5.7 rebounds per game, 2.7 steals per game. Rodney Washington had 14.7 points per game on 42% shooting, 39% from 3, 5 boards a game, and 2 blocks. You also had Davian Pouncil with 9.7 points a game on 5.3 rebounds per game as well, 39% shooting. And Devion Bickham with a really good tournament as well, 6.7 points per game on 47% shooting. He was the leading scorer against Blanchard a couple of days ago, and 2.3 steals per game. But what I was really impressed with, he was the team's leading blocker on the tournament. He had 5 blocks over the course of 3 games this past weekend. So let's look at now the Broken Bow Savages. They are 11-5 on the year, and they're ranked 18th in 4A right now, led by head coach Ryan Woolsey. So a year ago, just like their lady counterparts, they had around the same record. Like their lady counterparts this year, around the same record. Again, 16-11 last year. So far this year, they finished second in the ADA tournament. That's the CNIT tournament. They were 1-1 in the Kingston tournament before it was canceled due to weather, and also they finished fifth in the Washington tournament. Their only mutual opponent was Hugo. Broken Bow won that game 52-26. If you remember, McAlester went out to an early 16-0 lead, but Hugo ended up catching fire in the second half and brought it to a 6-point game that McAlester would hold on to win. They're 1-3 against ranked opponents. They defeated Class A number 2 Rattan 47-45, but they lost to 4A number 14 Idabel 87-57. They lost to Rattan later on in the year 72-58, and they lost to 3A number 10 Washington 67-55. And if you're looking at players to watch, well, it all starts with Graydon Howell, and we saw what he can do on a football field. He was the quarterback for the Broken Bow Savages in the football season opener, where he ran wild over the McAlester Buffaloes that were lucky enough to beat him by a couple of scores here. But still, in his sophomore year, his first year starting as quarterback for the Broken Bow Savages, he has collected D1 offers, including Miami, yes, that Miami, the U, and also Boston College. He also joined, as we mentioned, the 1,000-point club during the Washington tournament. They unveiled a banner for him at halftime. So he's not even through his sophomore year, so he is on pace to have more than 2,000 points in his career. Heck, we're just halfway through this season. You could be looking at a 2,500-point score before his career is done.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts getting D1 basketball offers too, and then it's like, take your pick, Graydon Howell, basketball or football. And
who knows, he might play both.
You never know. So let's go ahead and look at some players to watch, though, for the McAlester Buffaloes, as they're trying to get 3 basketballs out of their hoop right now. Excuse me, that is actually Broken Bow on the other side. They had 3 basketballs all stuck inside the netting at the same time, but that's neither here nor there. Let's look at some players to watch for McAllister's black and gold.
So the Bobcat Classic was just what the doctor ordered for my first player to watch. Brandon Smith had an incredible stretch of basketball where he shot 52% from the field, 56% from 3, and averaged 22 points per game as a selection to the all-tournament team down there in Grady County. Rodney Washington was also selected to the Bobcat all-tournament team, averaging 14.7 points per game on 39% shooting from 3, 5 rebounds per game, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Then Davian Pouncil was your third leading scorer in the Bobcat Classic, scoring 9.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, and 4 steals. We'll need all 3 of these guys to be on their A game tonight against a tough Broken Bow team. We'll move on to our keys to the game. You got to find your rhythm in transition. One small struggle we've seen from McAlester so far this year is converting the transition opportunities they get off of steals and turnovers. Don't be afraid to use your athleticism to your advantage. Forget the shooting night you had against Blanchard, just completely. You can't let the 19% you made from 3 against the Lions in the championship game affect you, especially when you're shooting a combined 35% from 3 on the season. And finally, you want to put stress on the Broken Bow defense. The McAlester offense runs the smoothest when they're putting pressure on opposing defenses, stretching them and making them guard a 5-out style of offense. If McAlester is able to execute these keys to the game, Brandon, they'll potentially be heading back to Pittsburgh County with double digits in the win column.
And as we mentioned with the girls, it's the same thing with the boys. I mean, they might have a little bit more depth than the girls have this season, but it doesn't mean that they don't get tired.
Right.
McAlester, in their case, they were also banged up a little bit, too, over the Bobcat Classic. We know that Rodney Washington had to sit a little bit in the game against Plainview on Friday with a ankle injury, but hey, he was doing windmill dunks and everything in pregame.
I think he's all right.
I think he's going to be okay. So, again, this is your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside my stats man / color commentator, Nate Brown, as we're about 3 minutes away from the announcement of our starting lineups and tip-off here in McCurtain County, as it's the nightcap down here in far southeast Oklahoma. Coming up after these word from our sponsors on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,645.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to Stipe.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to McCurtain County. It's time for the nightcap. The McAlester Buffaloes and the Broken Bow Savages boys' turn here, starting a little bit early tonight. McAlester Buffaloes, their starting lineup looks like this. The road team on the scoreboard, black road jerseys with white numerals on the front and back with white McAlester and cursive across the chest. Starting lineup looks like this. The sophomore forward, Devion Bigham, coming off a 6.7 points per game appearance over the Bobcat Classic over the weekend. Sophomore guard number 2, Brandon Smith, leading the team in three-point percentage at 40% and was an all-tournament selection, as well as Rodney Washington, who is starting at guard, the freshman number 3, leading the team in most offensive statistics. Number 5, sophomore guard / forward, Davian Pouncil, coming off a 9.7 points per game performance in the Bobcat Classic. And rounding out the starting 5, the senior guard, number 10, Alex Dooney. Again, the Buffaloes 9-6, led by head coach Mike Dooney in his second season. Now time for the Broken Bow Savages, wearing their home white uniforms with the gold numerals on the front and back. Led by head coach Ryan Woolsey, 11-5 on the year, and are ranked 18th in Class 4A. You have number 3, Dejon Hall, the 5'11" freshman. Number 4, Graydon Howell, who we mentioned all pregame, the 5'11" sophomore. Number 10, Jackson McDaniel, the 6'1" junior. Number 22, A.J. Brandon, the 6'2" junior. And number 32, Colin Axton, the 6'tall" freshman. Pretty young team, just like the McAlester Buffaloes. We're about to have tip-off brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Accepts consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and offers a 50-50 split. You can sign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester, behind Dollar General. Any final thoughts before we get started here, partner?
Well, I mean, this is a star-studded matchup. You've got Rodney Washington and Brandon Smith on one side. You've got Graydon Howell on the other. It's going to be a great matchup seeing those three go at it.
Brandon opposite of Devion Bigham inside the circle. McAlester moving left to right when they have the ball, and Broken Bow right to left when they do. There's the whistle. One dribble by the official. Ball in the air. Tip is won by McAlester, and it's basketball time here in the Heartland. Smith to the top of the key. Dribbles inside the lane. Back outside. Right wing three by Pouncil. It won't go. Too short. Rebounded by Howell. Howell down the floor with the left hand. That's his dominant hand. Dribbles past Dooney. Kicks it to the corner. Three-pointer up in the air, and that one's rimmed out. So back-to-back threes by each of our teams. Neither one of them falls. Bickham had the rebound ahead over to Smith. Smith tries to thin between three different defenders. Lost the ball on the way up. It was stripped loose by Broken Bow Savage. It will stay with the McAlester Buffaloes with a baseline inbound from Smith. Already fast, high-flying action here as we're just getting started. 25 seconds into the first quarter. Rodney drives, pulls up, jump shot good from about 10 feet out. McAlester strikes first here in McCurtain County. 2-0, the Buffaloes on top of the Savages. Howell past Dooney, lost control of the ball, gathers it back low post. Tough twos up and good. Right over Alex Dooney. A lot of ISO ball you're probably going to see from Graydon Howell today because he's really good at it. Near corner, Dooney tries to do some of the same, and Graydon Howell wins that battle. Howell down the floor, behind the back he goes. Stops along the left front court. Has to get it out, does so to the edge of the circle to McDaniel. McDaniel past Smith all the way towards the cup, misses the shot. It might have been blocked a little bit there by Bickham. Yep, Bickham also had the rebound. That's his 6th block in 4 games. Here's the lob out to the left wing. Washington, spot up 3, paint it gold. Rodney Washington extends the McAlester lead to 5-2. It's now 5-2, McAlester, 6:45 left in the first. Rodney with all 5 points for the Buffaloes. McDaniel inside the perimeter. About 5 feet from the basket, and there's a steal by Bickham on the pass. Behind the back he goes, stops high post. Now inside baseline, going up for 2. Rodney Washington is able to get it to go. He's got all 7 points for the Buffaloes. 6:25 left in the first.
Brandon, I think that ankle's feeling all right.
I think it's feeling okay. Again, Rodney on the season, 20.5 points per game. He had 14.7 a game, and that seemed like it was a slow 3 days for him. And he's still an all-tournament selection. Near corner. McDaniel works into the front court, passes back over to Howell with his feet on the logo, dribbles up to the top of the key, pulls up, left elbow 2 is good, and Graydon Howell, just like Rodney Washington, filling it early. You mentioned it right before we had tip-off. It's kind of cool to see Rodney, Brandon on one side, Graydon on the other, and so far it's all that we dreamed it would be. Nice step back. Rodney thought about the 3. Instead gives it to Pouncil. Pouncil on the drive. Pouncil double team, has his shot blocked and rebounded by Dejon Hall. As Broken Bow down by 2 with the chance to tie or take their first lead of the game. Hall past Rodney to the high post, back outside McDaniel. McDaniel stops free throw line, restarts, goes towards the basket up for 2 to tie it. Won't get it. And we have a rebound by Bickham, who's having a great day so far in the post. And he's also fouled on the back by number 22, A.J. Brannon. And our first sub of the day, McDaniel checks out, and Mason Williston checks in, the 6'1" senior.
And Brandon, I had the score at 7-4.
They made a 3.
Did they make a 3?
I think they made a 3 earlier. Here's a left wing 3 by Rodney Washington, and he made that one too, paint it gold. 10-5 is our score, 5:21. I think you're right, though. I think that there's 2 twos made by Graydon Howell. He has his pocket picked here, taken back by Howell. Howell backs up Bickham, and he is fouled on the shot. So Howell had the ball stripped away from him, and he was able to wrestle it back away before Bickham is charged with the foul, McAllister's first one. By the way, the foul earlier was on A.J. Brandon that we mentioned. But that one's on Bickham, his first, and they do change the score, so it's 10-4. You mentioned they were changing some of the fouls earlier in the first game, but they ended up getting it back right. I think McAllister is right on that with the scorekeepers. So Howell with all 4 points so far, as his left hand gets the 5th one of the day for the Broken Bow Savages. It's now 10-5. What do you think about the game plan so far for the Buffaloes?
I mean, they're doing what I was saying on offense. They're attacking, stretching out that Broken Bow defense, and it's working like a charm.
Second free throw made by Howell. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. McAllister now leads by 4, 10-6. In the front court, Smith takes a long 3. Paint it gold, and McAllister is firing on all cylinders. It's 13-6 as Brandon Smith joins the scoring party. 7-point McAllister lead. Howell high post into the low post. Up for 2. He can't get that one. Gets his own rebound. Backs up Bickham. 2 is up and made. Graydon Howell with all 8 points for the Broken Bow Savages. And it's now a 5-point game. Now a long 3 by Washington. Too strong. Council tries flying in for the rebound. No dice. Taken by Axton, the freshman, across the half-court line. Guarded up by the sophomore Pouncil. Tries left on Pouncil, pushes back off him, tries to drive again on Pouncil, up towards the rim, can't score, rebounded by Pouncil. Pouncil head to Smith. Smith stopping right wing, sets up for 3, and can't bury it. Off the front iron, rebounded by Howell. Howell down the floor, works right on Dooney, works back left, and traveled. Yeah, he took an extra step as he was trying to get it back out to the near corner. He was looking for Dejon Hall.
And Howell doesn't think he traveled, but that was...
Yeah, that's a pretty clear travel there. 4:15 left in the first, and even if he didn't, there's not enough replay that we have to overturn that evidence.
Yeah.
Left wing Smith passes to Washington, right wing. Washington back to Smith. left wing. Works himself deeper into the corner. Cross-court pass to Dooney, right wing. Bounce pass straight away. Washington drives right on Howell. Free throw line. Step back. Jumper is up. Can't get it. And rebounded quickly by the Broken Bow Savages. They're doing a really good job of rebounding the ball, even though they do not have the same size advantage that McAlester has. And Rodney Washington will foul as he stepped in front of fellow number 3, Dejon Hall.
That'll be his first, team second.
We talk about the young talent that McAlester has on their team, but Broken Bow, like I mentioned, starting 2 freshmen and a sophomore. No starting seniors, I don't believe, on this team. So here's an inbound over to Howell, left elbow. Off the screen, dribbles to the right elbow. Step back, thought about the long 2. Gets now into the corner, wide open trigger 3 for the southpaw is good. And it's 13-11 as making the 3 from the corner is Mason Williston off the bench. Right wing, bounce pass, baseline. Bickham looks, lobs it back out over to Smith. 2-point McAlester advantage, cross-court pass, finds Pouncil, wide open. No shot will count here as Pouncil did make the 3-pointer. It is a foul on Broken Bow. I think McAlester would rather take the 3 points.
Yeah. That's second team foul on Broken Bow.
First one on Colin Axton. Inbound quickly back over to Smith. Smith corner 3, hit off the top of the backboard and rebounded as McAlester once again goes one and done. Now the question is it on Dooney or Bickham? It's going to be on Dooney. We'd rather it be on Dooney here just because that's not going to be his second foul. McAlester has 3 team fouls, all on a different player. 13-11, they lead by 2, but Broken Bow's gone on a little bit of a 5-point run, and 8 out of the 11 points has been scored by Graydon Howell, who now takes the ball in the right front court. Feeds the left side over to Williston. He's got the other 3. Stops left wing, feeds it awry, but taken back by the Savages. Far corner 3's in the air and too strong. We have a rebound offensively. Again, the Savages go up for 2 and score. It's a tie game. Way too many rebounds here for the Savages. They're greatly out-rebounding the McAlester Buffaloes tonight. And here's a steal by Howell. Telegraph pass. One-on-one with Smith. Goes up for 2. And there's the first lead of the game for the Broken Bow Savages. It's 15-13 as they've gone on a 9-0 run against McAlester. Rodney dribbles to the right wing. Overhead pass straight away. Spins it. Trying to get it down low to Dooney. And Dooney can't handle the pass. I think he was also kind of grabbed as he was going after the ball too. And Coach Dooney needs a timeout as things have started spiraling down since the last made 3 by Brandon Smith. 2:29 left in the first. Broken Bow leading McAlester 15-13 here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's been a game of runs so far. McAlester went up at one point 13-6, and since then it's been a 9-0 Broken Bow run. McAlester started to turn the ball over a little bit more than they'd like to, and also Broken Bow's rebounding has been the big difference in this game and why they lead by only 2, and McAlester not leading by more.
Broken Bow's currently leading 8-4 on the rebound.
As here's a charge and running right over Devion Pickham right out of the break. You had the freshman Hall, and that will give McAlester the ball.
As the third team foul on Broken Bow.
Dooney will take it down the floor on the floor for McAlester. Still their starting 5. Dooney, Pouncil, Washington, Smith, and Bickham. Dooney dribbles to the right side of the perimeter, and now we have an offensive foul on Davian Pouncil. They're going to say he ran over Colin Axton away from the ball. Coach Dooney furious there as he delivered an elbow. As now there's a foul on. Again, the good news for McAlester, all 4 fouls on a different player so far. If there is something to take out of that, I'm a glass half full mentality guy. Howell attacks it towards the rim, and he extends the lead. That's easy for Graydon Howell, 17-13. That's why he has over 1,000 points. He's not even through his sophomore year yet. Left wing, Washington into the corner. Dooney off a screen, into the paint he goes, up for 2, can't score, rebounded by Howell. Howell down the floor, 4-point Broken Bow lead. Left wing, spot up 3 in the air. Got it, Sky Baker touches the sky with that rainbow 3. And it is now a 14-0 run for Broken Bow. McAllister's got to get something going here. Cross-court pass right wing, Pouncil into the corner to Dooney. Inside, intercepted, bad pass all the way, stolen by Axton. Axton has his pocket pick, over to Smith, bounce pass to Pouncil. Pouncil couldn't handle the basketball, And it's last touch by Howe, who tried saving it in the corner. A chance for McAlester to score in transition, but again, Graydon Howe is everywhere. I think he's looking for a little bit of revenge from the football game in which McAlester won in the Week 0 season opener. Wesley Phillips checks in. It's McAllister's first substitution. Comes in for Alex Dooney. Smith drives, kicks, right wing. They need this one. Washington can't make the 3. Offensive board up for 2, and that is made by Davian Pouncil. It's now 20-15. Is that McAllister's first or second offensive rebound? They haven't had a lot, but Brandon Smith gets a steal off the inbound and quickly makes it 20-17. He's pretty good at that too. 52 seconds left in the first. Driving, kicking into the corner. With it, Williston. Cross-court pass to the left wing. Driving in Hall. Hall up for 2, and we have a charge called. This one was set by Rodney Washington, and McAlester, who is just down by, 7 earlier. They have a chance to tie or bring it within 1 here on this next possession with 44 seconds left in the first, and what has been a high-scoring first quarter.
Been very exciting here in this first quarter, just like we expected it to be.
Left wing Smith looks on a skip, gets it right wing to Bickham. Bickham kind of left alone, back to the left wing to Pouncil. Eyes the rim, tries to drive, spin move, low post, turnaround jump shot. Got it! Davian Pouncil pulls McAlester back within 1. He's got a quick 4 points here in the first quarter. 1-point game again, right wing Hall. Hall feeds into the corner. Wide open 3 from the corner is way too strong. Rebounded by Washington. McAlester with a chance to take the lead before the end of the first quarter. Washington to the left wing to Bickham. Bickham on the drive. Gives it to Smith. Smith, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Pouncil, right wing 3 for the lead. Paint it gold! 22-20, 1 second. 3/4 court shot at the buzzer. Hits the top left part of the glass. And that's the end of quarter number 1. McAlester went on a run of their own to be able to end the first quarter. A 9-0 run to give themselves a 22-20 first quarter lead. We head to the second here in just a moment on KNED.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Welcome back to McCurtain County, and we were saying during the break, Nate, this is a fun one so far.
Yeah, you also mentioned this during the break. We're just 2 points away from what we saw in Blanchard by halftime.
Yep, it's 22-20 in what has been offense galore, but going into the second quarter, we want to see McAlester work on rebounds a little bit better.
Yeah, 100%. Last I checked, Broken Bow was doubling up McAlester on the glass.
And that is why it's only a 2-point game and McAlester doesn't have a larger lead. Broken Bow, after a made 3 at the buzzer by Davian Pouncil, trails by 2. They get the ball to start off the second quarter. With the ball on the left side of the half-court line, Graydon Howe's been a stud so far. Gets it into the corner to give Broken Bow the lead back. The three-pointer is missed. Alex Dooney has the rebound by the high post, and he'll take it himself across the half-court line with a pass over to Smith, right wing. Smith guarded up by Baker. To the left wing to Pouncil, who hit that 3 before the end of the first. Passes back right wing. Washington looks back to Smith. Smith guarded by Baker. Back over to Dooney, right wing. Dooney kind of left alone. Back into the corner. Three-pointer up by Washington, short. Dooney gets the offensive rebound on the other side of the glass. McAllister's third offensive board of the game so far. Back straight away. From the logo, Brandon Smith painted gold. He got that one from Idabel. 25-20 the score. 7-12 left to go in the first half.
He's got 8.
High post, and we'll have a foul. I think this one's going to be on Dooney. I think this one's going to be a blocking foul. I thought he was still moving his feet. Coach Dooney wanted to say that he extended his elbow, and it should have been an offensive foul.
That's Dooney's second, team first of the second quarter.
Dooney, the only one with more than one foul on him for the McAlester Buffaloes. I can't say the black and gold today. It's a battle of the black and golds here in McCurtain County on a Monday night. Here's an inbound high post, hand back over to Hal. Hal straightaway 3 in the air, off kilter, rebounded by Washington as he climbs the ladder. Takes it himself down the middle of the floor. Passes off angle right, another long 3 by Brandon Smith. Paint it cold, come on! Quit playing with Brandon Smith. It's 28-20.
He's 3 of 5 from 3 already.
Driving, kicking, near corner, thought about the 3, but couldn't handle the ball well. Williston trying to get into the paint, well guarded by Pouncil. Back outside to Howell. Howell, left elbow, tries to back up Pouncil, nothing doing. Double team, back out right wing. Back to Howell, left wing. Howell tries to get past Pouncil, good defense, passing to the low post. 2 is up, blocked by Brandon Smith. He's got the ball, throws it ahead to Washington. Washington tries to fight for it. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by a Savage. That's Sky Baker that knocked it out of bounds. 6:28 left in the half. McAlester leads 28-20. Let's talk about Brandon Smith real quick. 40% from 3 on the season. He was 56% from 3 in the Bobcat Classic in Bridge Creek, and he's already off to a hot start from downtown here in this one. In Broken Bow, doesn't matter where he's at. He could be on the moon and he'd be making threes. Right wing, Davian Pouncil. Back to Washington. 6:20 left in the half. Washington on the drive. Tries to finish with the left hand, cannot do so at the rim. Howell with the rebound. 3-on-3 in transition, pulls up, free throw line runner, won't go. Offensive board by Graydon Howell, got it and won. Graydon Howell is not one of the tallest players on the floor. I want to mention he's 5'11", and if you pair him up with the rest of his starters, he is the shortest, but he has the most rebounds of anybody today so far. And it's because of that vertical he's got.
If I was on Bickham, he will check out. Dooney will check back in.
There's a reason why people like Miami and Boston College are looking at him.
And he does have more D1 offers than that, by the way. That's just all the room we had on that piece of paper.
So he tries to complete the three-point plays. McAlester just saw their 15-0 run come to an end. 28-13, so now both teams have had 13-0 runs. Right wing, Pouncil. He tries to hit another 3 from the corner. This one's airballed. And Wesley Phillips tries saving it, but throws it straight to A.J. Brannon. So a 5-point McAlester lead, just under 6 minutes left in the half. Double team, bounce pass, baseline. Floater up from the baseline. Missed, offensive board again. And a travel called in the low post. For a little bit, you wanted to worry because Dooney was in the area. I didn't think he pulled him down, but you're beginning to wonder if that could have been perceived as that. But
right.
They do make the right call. And it'll be McAlester basketball, up by 5. Pass straight away, Washington to the left wing. Smith, shovel pass straight away back over to Pouncil. Pouncil with the right foot, gives it off to Dooney, right side of the perimeter. Drives into the paint, feeds it, no look. Back outside left wing 3. Washington too strong with the shot. And rebounded by Colin Axton. Axton gives it back into the backcourt to Graydon Howell. Quickly back into the right wing. Spotted 3 from the right wing is buried. And it's back to a 2-point game. As I mentioned, a game of runs. That one made by Jackson McDaniel. What about the 3-point shooting of both these teams so far?
Very impressive. Broken Bow 3 of 8 right now. I can get you the McAlester stat in just 1 second.
Driving in Dooney into the paint. Good move towards the rim, but cannot finish right by the basket. Taken back by McDaniel. Right along the baseline. He's got to get around Smith. Smith guarding him down the near sideline. He takes his way all the way to a cutting man. Down inside the paint and getting the ball trapped here. And it looks like there will be a foul called.
Foul's going to be on Wesley Phillips, his first. Team third of the second quarter.
Broken Bow has not fouled yet in quarter number 2. McAlester has, again, 3 to the none on Broken Bow. Cade French getting his first minutes here as he checks in for Alex Dooney. 2-point McAlester lead. We've had a 14-0 run by Broken Bow, a 15-0 run by McAlester. Here's the drive. Skipping it. No, it's going to be intercepted by Brandon Smith. Tries throwing it back to Rodney Washington. Taken back by Axton. The right wing 3 for the lead. Too strong. Wesley Phillips going for the rebound. Saved by Broken Bow. Throws it straight to a man at the outside the perimeter. Back out to the right wing for 3. That one's going to be missed by Axton. And we have a foul on a rebound attempt. It's going to be on Broken Bow as Washington was able to grab the board.
Foul is going to be on number 22.
That's Brandon. That is his second personal, first team foul on Broken Bow in quarter number 2. 28-26, McAlester up by a bucket. Devion Bickham getting ready to check back in for McAlester. He has, I think you mentioned, 2 fouls.
Brandon Smith and Davian Pouncil will check out.
And if I'm calling correctly, those are both of their first seats of the game so far.
I believe you're correct.
So Washington on the floor with French, Bickham, Dooney, and Phillips. Right wing, Bickham. Spin move into the paint. Tough contested 2, won't go, but he is fouled. And McAlester will be going to the free throw line, I believe, for the first time tonight. I could be wrong.
You are correct. First time tonight.
This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Bickham's first free throw is short. Bickham is a 54% free throw shooter. He went 4 of 10 from the charity stripe at the Bobcat Classic, though, so trying to get a little bit above that here, trying to go 1 of 2 from the line.
Cade French and Rodney Washington check out. Brandon Smith, Davian Pouncil right back in.
By the way, the foul is on Colin Axton, his second personal. Bickham does make the second free throw, and it's a 3-point McAlester lead, 29-26. The scoring has kind of slowed down, but at any given moment, you've already noticed, it can pick right back up again. Hal Slow walks it across the half-court line, guarded by Dooney. Passes left side to McDaniel. McDaniel's already hit a 3 so far. Bounce pass baseline. It's too far to the right. Touched by Hal, trying to retrieve it from McDaniel, and it'll be McAlester basketball again.
And Rodney Washington checking right back in.
Coach Dooney is going with the quick subs here in the last minute or so. 3-point McAlester lead, trying to get back on track after they lost to Blanchard. A really good team in 4A that made the state tournament last year and looks determined to do so again. Left wing Smith passes right wing to Pouncil. Pouncil drives, side post, backs up his man. Leans in, goes up for 2 with the left hand. Missed shot. Goes for the board. It's going to be taken by Brandon Smith outside the perimeter. Goes up with the drive, up for 2. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by McDaniel. Gets back to Hal. Hal set up for the charge. No dice. Hal now going from one side of the court to the other and scores over Devion Bickham. There's nothing more Devion Bickham could have done there. That was a great way to play Graydon Hal, but what a move by the sophomore. Cross court to the left wing. Smith works off a screen, takes the long 2-pointer. Won't go. Towards the baseline. I think they're going to call a foul here on Bickham. He created separation from a Savage going after the rebound. No, yes, okay. At first he was showing his full palm, so I think they were going to call that at Pouncil at first, but that is on Bickham. That's his third, and he is more than likely done for the rest of the first half. Wesley Phillips will check back in. But McAlester, a team that is struggling to rebound the basketball so far, really need Bickham on the floor as much as they can.
Right now McAlester being out-rebounded 18-11.
It is 29-28, McAlester with the narrow 1-point lead. This game has been all that we wanted it to be, hasn't it?
It absolutely has.
Still got a long way to go. But if it's been anything like the first 15 minutes, this way we have a made 2 from the left block on a good ball movement from the Savages made by Axton. Broken Bow retakes the lead 30-29. It's been a 10-1 run now for the Savages. Trying to pass it inside was Wesley Phillips, but they're going to call a foul on Broken Bow and on the shot. So Davian Pouncil will go to the charity stripe here. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951, and that will be Colin Axton's third personal. The reason why that's a big deal is because I know Graydon Howell's been getting a lot of rebounds, but Axton has probably been the second best rebounder on the team for Broken Bow so far.
First rebound in and out, first free throw in and out, no good.
And that's, like I mentioned, I'm looking at the Broken Bow Savages. They should not be out-rebounding McAlester at all. McAlester has 4 or 5 guys that stand 6'4" or taller. Broken Bow has not played anyone that stands above 6'2". Second free throw is missed. And we have a foul.
I believe the foul's on Graydon Howell.
Yeah, I think Dooney had the offensive rebound. It is going to be on Howell. It's only his first personal. Both teams have 14 fouls apiece now, so the next foul will send someone to the free throw line for the remainder of the first half. Smith looks for an inbound, finds Dooney. He's wide open, low post, triple team, goes back up for 2, misses it as it was blocked. Had all 3 players to jump up and could not finish down along the left block. It was a good move by Dooney. They were just able to still get a hand on the shot by Dooney. Handed it off, McDaniel. Bounce pass to the left wing, further into the corner, now to Howell. Howell drives, stops, outside, top of the key, 3-pointer up by the southpaw, off kilter. Rebounded by Pouncil, ahead to Smith. Smith, 3-on-2, doesn't have the numbers, waits for his offense. 2.5 left to go in the first half. Washington, beyond the 3-point line to Dooney. Quick trigger 3 from the corner, won't go. Rebounded by Howell. McAlester cold here the last 4 minutes or so of game time. High post, Howell. Trying to drive right past his men. That is such a great move by Graydon Howell, and it's 32-29. And McAlester looking to answer back here as they have gone cold with their shot. Washington crosses over to the low post, will be fouled, and free throws on the way as it's Dejon Hall who commits the foul. That's going to be the 5th team foul on the Savages, 3rd personal on Hall. So now you have 2 different Savages in foul trouble, and both of them starters, Hall and Colin Axton, coincidentally, both of them the starting freshmen.
Wow.
So we're at the 2-minute warning also here in the first half, and the Buffaloes trailing by 3. Washington's first free throw is back ironed, and they are bad from the free throw line tonight. That is just simply put. French will check in for Pouncil here.
They are 1 of 5 right now.
They're a 66% free throw shooting team. Washington, the team leader in free throw percentage at 74%. Second attempt is good, and McAlester, the only points they've had, I think for the last, I don't know how many minutes. They only have had 8 here in the second quarter, but they've only had 2 points in about the last 4 or 5 minutes, and they've all been from the free throw line. Howell, past Dooney, stops low post, misses the shot. Good defense by Dooney. Wesley Phillips has the board. Ahead over to Dooney, 1:43 left in the half. McAlester down by 2, passes far corner. Washington handles it, double team. Back out straight away to French, who handles it right inside the circle. French right wing to Smith. Back to Washington straight away. Washington drives to the free throw line, takes the jumper for the tie, won't go. Rebounded again by the Savages. McAlester goes one and done once more. Outside, right wing 3 on the way by Baker, too short. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Buffaloes on the opposite side of the glass. So second chance for points here for the Savages. French checks out, Pouncil comes back in. It is Phillips, Pouncil, Washington, Smith, and Dooney on the floor for McAlester. McAlester is in the bonus. One more foul puts Broken Bow there with 78 seconds left in the half. Here's an inbound to Howell. Howell will track it down near the half-court line. Now he's got numbers. Drives towards the low post, and there'll be a foul called on Dooney. Should be on Dooney. And that will mean free throws, and it will be on Dooney.
That's his third. So he'll have to sit likely for the remaining minute 14 in the first half.
Alex Dooney tries to plead his case a little bit here. He's not arguing or anything. He's just, I guess, trying to get a little bit better of an explanation. But he was moving as he was making contact with Howell. Right now, this game, Nate, coming down to free throws really has been the difference. First free throw up by Howell is missed, though.
Yeah, right now, Broken Bow, that's their first miss, 3 of 4. McAlester, 2 of 6.
And it's a 2-point game right now. Hill gets his first minutes, checking in for Alex Dooney with 1:14 left in the half. Howell's second free throw is made. So it's a 3-point Broken Bow lead, 33-30, 1:12 left in the half. Washington feeds it left wing. Smith passes out over to Hill, right wing. Hill waits for Pouncil as he exits the perimeter. Pass to the far corner on a hook pass. Smith into the paint. Has a shot blocked straight to Rodney Washington. Washington contested 2, short, gets his own rebound and puts it back in. And McAlester down by 1, 33-32. Their first made shot from the field in about the last 4 minutes of game time.
Washington's got 13.
Driving in, hook, pass, right off of the hands. Ooh, I don't know if I agree with that. I thought it was off the hands of a Broken Bow Savages. He wasn't exactly ready for it out of bounds.
Pouncil had stuck his hand out.
I thought he did too, but I thought it was last touched by the intended receiver, I guess, in this instance. But it'll stay with the Savages beyond the perimeter. Howell gets a screen, works with it. Dribbles in, dribbles back out, pass to the right wing. Now to the far corner. Wide open spot of 3s made. They got a lot of southpaws on this team, too. That's another southpaw. Crew Pratt makes it a 36-32 game off the bench. Wide open from the corner. Straight away, Washington. McAlester hasn't had a ton of wide open shots here, especially in the second quarter. Hill passes left wing. 14 seconds left. The right wing, Washington. Washington drives into the paint. Double team. We'll have a jump ball here. Can't really tell from here. I think it's going to stay with McAlester. With 8 seconds left in the half and a 4-point McAlester deficit. The largest lead in this game has been 9 points. It was by Broken Bow in the first quarter. Lob out over to Washington, 7 seconds. Back to Smith, 6 seconds. Takes the left wing 3. It's too strong. Off of Wesley Phillips, 1 second. Half-court shot at the buzzer. Good if it goes. Won't go, though. As Graydon Howell misses the half-court heave. And that's the end of the first half. It's been a fun one so far. Broken Bow leads at the break, 36-32. We'll take a break, and when we come back, halftime stats brought to you by First Realty. You're listening to McAlester Buffalo Basketball here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula, and let us make it happen for you.
Well, we've had a good one so far in the first half, and Nate's been a game of runs so far, really, with the boys against the Broken Bow Savages. As, again, McAlester found themselves down by about 9 points after a 14-0 run by Broken Bow in the first quarter. McAlester answers it by going on a 15-0 run.
Right.
Went up 28-20, and then since then, it has been a 16-4 run by the Broken Bow Savages to end the first half. So it's been just scoring droughts here and there, and the other team's getting hot. The other team getting hot at the right moment. So we're going to be talking all about it with our halftime stats as McAlester trails 36-32 at the break. Again, our halftime stats brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122.
I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, alongside my color commentator / stats man, Nate Brown. So, stats man, tell us the stats.
All right, Rodney Washington was your leading scorer in the first half for the McAlester Buffaloes. Had 13 points on 5 of 13 shooting, 2 of 6 from three-point range. Did have 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive. Brandon Smith had 11 in the first half on 4 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 from downtown. Had 1 rebound and 4 steals in the first half. I didn't realize he had that many that quickly. Davian Pouncil had 7 points in the first half on 3 of 7 shooting. He had 3 rebounds, 1 offensive, 2 defensive. Devion Bickham had a point, along with 3 rebounds and a steal and a block. Wesley Phillips had a defensive rebound. Alex Dooney one of two Buffaloes in foul trouble right now. Both he and Bickham have 3. Dooney has 3 rebounds in the first half, 2 offensive, 1 defensive. And let's see, that will round out your individual scoring. We'll move over to our team stats. McAlester shot 12 of 33 from the field, good for 36%. Broken Bow 14 of 32, good for 44%. McAlester shooting better than Broken Bow from 3, 6 of 16 for 38% compared to Broken Bow's 4 of 14 for 29%. McAlester not shooting very well from the free throw line though, 2 of 6, good for 33%.
And look what the difference is in the game.
Yep, and Broken Bow is 4 of 5, good for 80%. McAlester is being out-rebounded right now 22 to 15, and both teams have 9 fouls in the first half. McAlester turned the ball over, let's see, yeah, that is 11 times in the first half, and Broken Bow just 5. Both teams have 2 blocks.
So McAlester played a pretty good offensive first half, but there's clearly things that they can fix in this game, and if they played the same type of game that Broken Bow is playing right now with around the same, like we see, Broken Bow is actually beating McAlester nearly every stat, and McAllister's only down by 4 points.
Right, yeah, I mean, their three-point shooting right now is what's keeping McAlester in it right now because they're being out-rebounded. They're not shooting well from the free throw line. They've turned the ball over, again, 11 times in the first half. I mean, right now it's the three-point shooting that's keeping them in it. But, I mean, you've got to fix the free throws. You've got to fix the rebounding, and you can't turn the ball over that much. Otherwise, Broken Bow is going to make you pay for it, and you might walk out of here with an L today.
So what do you think is the biggest area of concern for McAlester in the second half?
I personally would say the rebounding
I
is my
agree.
biggest thing, followed closely by the turnovers.
Because it's not like Broken Bow shooting lights out the gym either. McAlester is shooting better from the three-point line, and also Broken Bow is just at 44%, which if you look at McAlster's season average, they're at a 43% season average. So that's about average. So you're looking at if Broken Bow was shooting the ball better, it was a better night for them, or they're hitting more threes than they are right now, then it could be a much different ball game. And the reason why is that we have a lot of offensive rebounds. I know they only have 5, but again, McAlester has not really gotten any themselves on similar shot attempts, and
I'd say they've converted on at least 4 or 5 of those.
Yeah, so that's really what kept McAlester from getting out to a big-time lead in the first half at one point, was because they get stops on Broken Bow. Broken Bow would get offensive rebounds. And the reason why I say, for me, it's the biggest area of concern, there should be no reason why McAlester should be losing the rebounding battle in the first place. McAlester has clearly the height advantage in this game at nearly every position. So McAlester has to do a better job of getting rebounds, boxing out, getting rebounds, and that's one big-time area of emphasis for Coach Dooney, and that's why you saw a lot of subs when it came to Phillips and Bickham. Bickham got into foul trouble. That's another reason why he had to sit for the remainder of the first half with about 2 minutes left. But that is why I think my key to the second half, keep Bickham on the floor. If you can keep Devion Bickham on the floor, it's not only going to help you out with your post defense, it's going to help you out with getting rebounds, because he's been your best, just right around your best rebounder since a few weeks ago. He's your second best rebounder on the team, but you want your second best rebounder on the team, especially when he plays in the post where you need to get those boards. You need him on the floor as much as possible. So,
yeah, you're exactly right.
I know he may not be the leading scorer in this game, but keep him out of foul trouble. Scoring is obviously not really the issue. It's keeping the other team from scoring, and if you're going to do that, you need to give them no more second chance opportunities and sometimes third chance opportunities.
Yep, I mean, you're exactly right. I probably couldn't put that better myself.
All right, your halftime stats brought to you by First Realty, 602 South 2nd Street, McAlester. Call 918-423-3122 or visit first-realty.net. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, will be the second half action here from McCurtain County. The McAlester Buffaloes trail the Broken Bow Savages at the break, 36-32.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, here at the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray Activity Center. You join us in the middle of play as McAlester trails 36-32 with 7:40 left to go in the third quarter, and an early made three from the corner by Mason Williston, who did not start this game, but he's been one of their best three-point shooters. He's got 2 out of their 5 made threes, as here's an errant pass that goes straight to Williston, so he starts off the second half with a three-pointer and a steal. He's got the ball top of the key. Excuse me, that is now right wing three. That one's going to be missed now by Williston as he took another three-point attempt. That was, as I was trying to say, McDaniel that had the ball at the time. Left wing on the drive. Rodney Washington with the 2. Got it and 1. Rodney Washington. No, it's going to be a charge. They're going to call a charge on Rodney Washington, who drove towards the basket. That'll be his second personal, team first. I don't know why people have charges. I don't know what they have against Rodney Washington. I really don't know.
I mean, that was.
I think he did a pretty good job of really avoiding a lot of contact there in the first place. I mean, that's just based on what I could see in real time, without going back and looking at a replay.
Yeah, and it is happening on the other side of the court from where we are.
39-32, McAlester trails by 7. 7:04 left to go in the third quarter. McAllister's had a hard time scoring from the field. Again, they've only made one shot from the field, and it was because of an offensive putback by Rodney Washington. They've only done that in the last about 6 minutes of game time. It's been a major scoring drought for the Buffaloes. Pass inside. Howell outside. Back to the top of the key. Straight away 3 by McDaniels off. Bounced over to Alex Dooney, who had his arm grabbed and pulled, and Dooney was trying to plead his case saying, well, where's the foul there? It was not called. But it will still be McAlester basketball. But his arm was straight up grabbed and pulled towards the other baseline. Either way, though, it stays with McAlester. Bickham on the floor, as well as Dooney, Washington. It looks like Phillips and Pouncil, and now we have a foul called around the top of the key area.
Foul's going to be on Graydon Howell, his second.
He got tangled up with Alex Dooney. So now we have one team foul apiece here in the third quarter, 6:32 left in the third. Like I said, since about the mid-range part of the second quarter, it's been a defensive clinic here for the Broken Bow Savages. McAlester trying to crack the code. Near corner, straight away. Washington for 3, painted gold, and maybe that's what you needed. Rodney Washington hits the straightaway 3, and McAlester pulls it within 4. 6:15 remaining in the third. Graydon Howell works off a screen. Into the paint he goes. Wide open layup. It's good. Answers right back with a 3 with a 2. It's a 6-point game, 41-35. Washington angle left, guarded loosely by Howell. Shovel pass now into the corner. Far corner 3 by Pouncil. Way too strong. Air ball. He's going to hear it from the fans here at Broken Bow. Not a huge crowd here today, but usually the last however many times we've gone here over the last 3 or 4 years, again, we didn't come here last year. It's usually homecoming every time that McAlester plays Broken Bow. Driving in, up for 2. This one is going to be a clear foul as Graydon Howell will go to the line.
And Dooney will likely have to check out because that is 4 on him.
And it'll be Caven Hill to check in. So McAlester trails by 6, 41-35, 5:42 remaining in the third. 2 free throws for Graydon Howell here.
And Brandon, one thing I noticed coming out of halftime, Brandon Smith did not start the third quarter.
I was noticing that too. Again, every starter was on the floor but Brandon Smith. And I don't think Smith's in any foul trouble. Has he recorded a foul today yet?
Don't think so.
First free throw is missed by Howell. It's off the back iron.
He is not.
Hill checks in for Dooney. As you mentioned, Dooney's probably going to sit for the remainder of the third quarter. Howell bends the knees. Shot is on the way and good. If you want to know how fast Broken Bow can score, again, they're averaging 60 points a game on the year, just a little bit less than McAlester. But they were down by, 10 points, 15 points to Sulphur going into the fourth quarter. Here's a left wing 3 by Washington that's short. They ended up winning that game by 20 points.
Yeah.
That was going into the fourth. They outscored it by 30 points. Here's a near corner three that's short. Rebounded by Pouncil. Pouncil quickly ahead over to Washington. Washington 1-on-3. Tries driving in. Tough two anyway. And that was never going to go. Well defended in transition by Broken Bow. Hall waits for a trailing man. Finds Howell. Howell on the drive. Bounce pass late. Stripped loose. Stolen by Washington. Now a little bit more numbers for Washington. 3-on-2. Ahead to Bickham. Bickham with a layup. It's good. And McAlester pulls back within 5. 42-37.
Bickham's got 3.
You can thank that strip to Davian Pouncil, who had that in the low post, prevented an easy 2 for A.J. Brandon. Howell inside the logo. Good spin move on Pouncil. Towards the rim he goes and scores again. Might be one of the best ISO players in the state, Graydon Howell.
Yep.
44-37, 7-point lead again for Broken Bow. Right wing, Washington tries to get past Howell. Again, Howell with elite speed. Lob to the near corner. Hill can hit threes too. He hit one back in the Bobcat Classic. Bickham on the drive, stops free throw line, back outside, straight away, pump fake and drive. Washington right around a man, and he traveled first, took an extra step. That's the correct call. I know McAlester may not like it. That's the correct call. Brandon Smith checks in for the first time in the third quarter. He'll come in for Wesley Phillips. 44-37, 4:20 left in the third. Dejon Hall will take it down the floor. Hands it off to Howell. Howell tries to drive on Smith. Nothing doing. Has to get it back out to the corner. Up for 2. It's up and over Devion Bickham to score to make it 46-37. Tie for the largest lead of the game by either team. Left wing trying to answer back. Washington off kilter with a three-point attempt. Offensive board. Caven Hill double teamed. Up for 2. Got it and 1. Caven Hill. The freshman is able to get McAlester back within 7 with a chance to make it a 6-point game. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center for your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices. Call 918-426-1951. Caven Hill, 7 of 9 from the free throw line this season. Trying to go 8 of 10 for an 80% clip. Right foot in front of the left. Good bend in the knees. The freshman goes up with the arcing free throw shot. And now he is 80% from the free throw line. Makes the shot, completes the three-point play, and that pulls McAlester back within 6. 46-40 our score. Broken Bow still leading the quarter by 2 points. Pass left wing, Cade French is also checked into the game. It's French, Hill, Smith, Pouncil, and Bickham down the low post, waiting for Smith to drive by him, and going up with the 2 and looking like a starter tonight, Mason Williston. Again, he's doing all this off the bench. Since he came off the bench, he really has not taken a seat. Cross-court pass straight to Williston. He's been all over the place. Now to Howell. Howell on the drive. Bumps into Smith. Misses the shot. Bickham's got the rebound. Good transition deep by the Black Death defense. Smith past one man. Past 2. Euro step into the paint. Blocked shot by Williston. Man, where did this guy come from? Rodney Washington will check in now for Cade French. Again, he was the 6th man today.
Yeah.
Williston. Smith lobs it out into the front court to Bickham. Back to Washington. Washington eyes the rim. Works off the screen. Get man-to-man defense played here by the Savages. Here's a throw off of Williston, who is just in his zone right now. Does have a little bit of a limp, though. That ball's going to leave a bruise that Rodney just threw. Smith will lob it out over to Washington. Washington trying to drive. Nothing doing there to the right wing. Bickham thought about the 3. He can hit him 2. Top of the key, back over to Washington. Washington back to Pouncil. Angle right. Pouncil sets up for the 3 and can't get it. Too short. And he gets his own rebound outside the perimeter. Drives in, jump stop, up for 2. Too strong. And rebounded by the Savages. McAlester can't get it on the second chance. Howell right past Smith on a behind the back dribble. Now past Pouncil. Into the paint. He'll be fouled first. Fouled on the floor. That'll be McAllister's 4th team foul of the third quarter.
Second on Pouncil.
They give him points like they did on the scoreboard, but it should still be 46, right?
No.
Or I missed it something earlier.
No, it's 48.
That's right. We had that drive and layup just a little bit ago. Lob inside, tipped. It's taken back by Hall. Hall's having the ball stripped. It's on the floor, taken back by Williston. Williston exits the perimeter and waits for Hall, who will give it back to. Hall about 3 feet from the half-court line, drives left. Hands it off to Howell, still beyond the perimeter. Back to Williston, right wing. He's already hit a few threes already tonight. Williston to the left wing, quickly to the far corner, McDaniel. McDaniel will have we have 3 seconds in the lane? No, offensive foul. Off-ball offensive foul. That'll be called on A.J. Brannon. That is his third, so that means that Broken Bow has 3 different players with 3 fouls. They're all starters: Hall, Brandon, and Axton.
Well, and he will check out right here.
And speaking of Axton, he comes into the game for the first time in the third quarter, like for the first time in the second half. And he had those 3 fouls in the first half. 48-40, McAlester trails by 8. And they've been losing the quarter by 4. On the drive, Washington around a man and scores. Down in the low post right by Williston. It's a 6-point game again, 2 minutes left. Here's a good pass from Howell over to Williston, who has a shot blocked by Bickham and rebounded by, that is, Caven Hill down the low post. To head back over to Washington. Washington passes man again. Towards the basket he goes and scores again. And it's a 4-point game. Rodney Washington with quick back-to-back buckets.
He's up to 20 now.
4-point game, 48-44. Howell tries to answer back outside left wing. Hall to a trailing Williston, straightaway 3, no good. Heat check for Williston. Hill tries to get in the rebound. It's going to be saved by Bickham's got the board. Headed now over to Washington. Washington tries driving past Williston, and there'll be a foul called on Williston. That'll be the 4th team foul on Broken Bow here in the third quarter. 90 seconds remain in the third.
That is going to be foul number, I'm waiting for him to put it up on the scoreboard. Is that his third?
Not
I thought
sure.
they called it on 11.
It was called on 11, but they haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet.
Okay. Regardless.
Smith will inbound. He'll lob it out over to Washington, and we have a stoppage here after we inbounded the ball. We have officials that need to clarify something along the baseline. And we'll have to do it all over again. So Smith inbounds quickly, low post to Bickham. Bickham turnaround. Hook shot is good, and McAlester brings it to a 2-point game. A quick 6-0 run in the last 30 seconds for McAlester. So back to a 2-point game, 48-46. Graydon Howell walks it across the timeline. Passes at angle left to McDaniel. Into the corner. High post now to Hall. Hall drives on Phillips. Tries to draw contact. Misses the shot. Good defense by Phillips. Offensive board by Hall. He lost the ball. Stolen by Bickham. Bickham ahead over to Washington. 64 seconds left in the third. Washington drives past Howell, and he's fouled. He shoots. He scores right this way. Mr. Rodney Washington to the charity stripe with a chance to give his team the lead. It's been an 8-0 run for McAlester. A chance to make it a 9-0 run.
I believe that's either the second or third on Howell.
As number 3. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Washington cannot hit the free throw. McAllister's free throw line struggles continue. But it's a tie game, 48-48. 50 seconds remain in the third quarter. We've been mentioning it, a game of runs. Now an 8-0 run for McAlester. Howell drives, kicks into the corner. Southpaw trigger 3 is good. Can't leave them open. They've had a lot of open corner threes. That one is Jackson McDaniel. 51-48. Washington lost the handle along the far sideline, almost out of bounds, uncontested. Tries to go past Howell, into the baseline, draws contact, leaves the shot short. Good defense by Howell. Howell with the rebound. Leaves it to the low post. It is saved, out to the right wing, 3, buried by Jackson McDaniel. Back-to-back threes makes it a 6-point game all of a sudden. Near corner, Pouncil to the left wing. Washington on the drive, splits the defenders, up with the 2. He's fouled on a late whistle. With 6 seconds left in the third, 2 free throws here for Rodney Washington with 6.6 left. It's going to be on McDaniel, his second personal. And all of a sudden, it has been Broken Bow that's starting to hit from 3. They've upped their percentage to 33%. Their 7th made 3 of the game. Between the boys and the girls, they've made 18 combined threes.
Is that good?
Ain't bad. Washington cannot hit the free throw. It's off the back iron. McAlester just plain bad from the charity stripe tonight.
He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line right now.
What about for the team, if you can give me that stat?
3 of 9.
It's really, really bad.
Look at the difference in the game right now. 6 points.
6 points. And McAllister's missed 6 free throws. Washington does get the second one. 1 of 2 now from the line. There'll be a foul on the inbound, but this should be on Smith. This should be his first personal. I don't think he's anywhere near foul trouble.
That is correct.
And that is only foul number 4. That's not the 5th one, but McAllister has to make sure they don't do that again to give Broken Bow, who has been good at the line, free throws here. Inbound, 6 seconds. McDaniel pass one man. Towards the basket he goes. Lost the ball. A push called in the low post. This foul will be on Rodney Washington, I believe. 2 free throws now coming up.
There
was
a little contact there.
That'll be Khalil Flagg going to the free. No, excuse me. That is Colin Axton to the charity stripe. First free throw is back ironed. And
they're 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
McAllister's gotten the attempts. They just haven't been able to convert into the game for the first time today. Corey Frazier, who I recall being a really good football player, having to sub out as Howell. He misses both the free throws. Rebounded by Bickham. Three-quarter court shot at the buzzer is off the top of the backboard. And after a quick 2 made threes by Jackson McDaniel, it is now a 5-point lead for Broken Bow as we enter the fourth quarter, in which should be a fun final 8 minutes. And again, it's Broken Bow 54, McAlester 49 here in McCurtain County on a Monday night basketball matchup here on KNED.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
Got Mary Martin tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Mary. Derek Hatridge also tuning in while he's on break. Thank you all for watching, supporting McAlester Athletics. The McAlester Buffaloes trail by 5 here as we enter the fourth quarter, 54-49. One player in foul trouble for McAlester is Alex Dooney. He does not begin the fourth quarter. Washington ended the third quarter with 3 fouls. He has the ball currently with the Buffaloes down again by 5. Pass left wing to Pouncil. On the floor with Washington and Pouncil is Bickham, who takes a baseline jumper and airballs it way too strong on the baseline attempt. That was about 14 feet out. Also, Smith and Hill to round out the 5 beginning the fourth quarter for McAlester. Howell walking across the half-court line. He has been a cold-blooded killer tonight. And so has McDaniel, who has the ball in the left wing, who's hit the last 2 threes. Bounce pass down low, 2 is up, missed shot, good defense. Howell gets the offensive board here, and he's fouled in the low post by Bickham. I think that should be on Bickham. We'll take it if it's on, yeah, it's going to be on Bickham. That'll be his 4th.
Yeah.
McAllister's got to be able to grab rebounds better than that, though. You have Howell outnumbered 2-1 in the low post. You've got to pick up the ball. There'll be a timeout called by Broken Bow here. 7:28 left in the game. McAlester trailing 54-49 on KNED.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
After an offensive rebound and Devion Bickham's 4th foul, he will take a seat. But coming in for him, another guy playing with 4 fouls, Alex Dooney. Into the fourth quarter, McAlester trails by 5 out of the Broken Bow timeout. Both teams have 4 remaining. Howell gets the inbound. Bounce pass down low, wide open. A.J. Brandon off the left block makes it a 7-point game. 56-49, good play design there by Ryan Woolsey. Near corner, Dooney. Passes back out over to Smith. Into the right front court to Washington. Washington to the left wing to Dooney. Left open. Will take it into the corner with a pass over to Smith. Smith off the screen, jump stop into the low post. Can't get the shot to go. Flying in for the offensive rebound and being fouled on the putback is Davian Pouncil. He'll get 2 free throw attempts here. McAllister's got to be better there today, though. Again, they have already missed 6 free throws. The difference in this game is 7. For Broken Bow, they've only missed 2. This trip to the charity stripe brought to you by Big V Feed Center. For your animals' needs plus winter feed booking prices, call 918-426-1951. Pouncel's first free throw is good. In Pouncel, a 73% free throw shooter, just a hair behind Rodney Washington's 74% for the team lead. By the way, the foul is on number 10, Jackson McDaniel, his 3rd personal, as Pouncel hits both the free throw attempts and pulls McAlester back within 5, 56-51. For a majority of the second half, actually all of the second half, it's been McAlester trying to play keep up. They led this game by as many as 8 points at one point. Howell slips, but gathers his dribble at the top of the key in the process. Is able to get it now out over to McDaniel. Bounce pass, low post. Brandon double teamed into the corner to the left wing. McDaniel spots up for 3. That one is off. Excuse me, that was Khalil Flagg that set up for 3. Smith to the other side, ahead to Pouncel. Pouncel for 2. He's fouled hard to the floor. And 2 free throws coming up for Davian Pouncel again, but he gets up and shakes it off like it ain't a thing.
That's the second team foul on Broken Bow here in the fourth quarter. Foul was on Baker, his first.
Team second. Davian trying to make this a 3-point game again. McAlester was able to bring it back to a 48-48 game with about 20 seconds left as Pouncel hits the first free throw. But 2 consecutive made threes on back-to-back possessions by Jackson McDaniel. Made it a 6-point game, and once again, McAlester trying to play keep up. This to make it a 1-possession game. Pouncel gets the free throw, and it is a 1-possession game, 56-53. Again, this game has been everything that you've wanted it to be, and if you are wanting to see an entertaining final 6.5 minutes, if you're watching or listening, call up your friends, tell them to tune it to KNED or get onto the McAlester Radio YouTube channel because this one is a fun one. Lobbing it back out right wing, Broken Bow with the ball. Howell, the D1 prospect, passes right wing. Backpedaling it on up is Axton. Axton to the near corner. Brandon backs up Hill. Hill for 2, and Brandon for 2 over Hill. Gets it to make it 58-53. 5-point Broken Bow lead. So they answer back. Top of the key to the corner. Dooney back to Smith. Smith already hit 1 from the parking lot. Backs it on up though. McAlester trying to be smart with these possessions down the stretch. They have not had a lot of second chance opportunities. Here's a straightaway 3 by Smith off kilter. Flying high for the board is Howell, throwing it ahead to a wide open man, and not being able to get the chase down block was Alex Dooney. Finishing at the rack was Axton. And now you're seeing why they like him for football. Near corner, driving, Pouncel, jump stop in the low post, he traveled first. Because Graydon Howell had the rebound directly underneath the hoop and found Axton perfectly in stride around the mid-range area on the other side of the floor. Coach Dooney calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:31 left in the game. McAlester back down by 7, 60-53 our score here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
McAlester Buffaloes are down to the Broken Bow Savages 60-53. Broken Bow once again finding their stride. Coach Dooney's trying to break their rhythm. He has 3 timeouts remaining. The head coach of the Savages, Mr. Ryan Woolsey, has 4. McAlester wants to press here. Again, Buffaloes have 1 player currently playing with 4 fouls on the floor. Bigham is sitting right now, who has his 4th, and Pouncel picks up another foul here.
That'll be his 3rd, second team foul of the fourth quarter.
Under 5.5 remaining and a 7-point Broken Bow advantage. They've already hit their season average. McAllister's approaching theirs. They guarded the inbound well, and as they got it in over to Howell, Howell will walk it across the half-court line. Picks up the acceleration, pass to the left wing, to Flagg. Flagg passes high post, finds Howell, right elbow, one-on-one. Tries to get past Hill, up for 2. He's fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Graydon Howell.
That was going to be on Caven Hill, his first. Team 3rd of the fourth quarter.
As McAlester, I think they've only hit 1 3 since the first quarter.
I think you're right.
I really don't think they were beyond hot from 3 in the first quarter. And then since then, they've only made 1, and it was to begin the fourth quarter with the 3-stroke from Rodney Washington. Other than that, I don't think they've hit a 3 since then. Howell's first free throw is good. Again, if you missed it, he joined the 1,000-point club at the Washington tournament. As Hill checks out, Bickham comes in, so McAlester has 2 players playing with 4 fouls here. We're not even all the way through his sophomore year. He could very well be getting to 2,500 points by the time his career is over. One of the most talented athletes that we've ever seen play at the high school level. Makes both the free throws, and it's a 9-point game. We've got a ton of talent on both these teams. Here's a wide open corner 3. They need it. Smith can't get it, left it short. And if McAllister's going to come back in this game, I know that there's still 3-point attempts. I know that everyone shoots less than 50% on them, but we got to make these down the stretch. Right wing 3's in the air and made. That's been the difference. Sky Baker hits a right wing 3. When McAllister needs it, they can't get it. When Broken Bow needs it, they always get it. Straightaway 3, we need it. Rodney Washington can't get it. Brandon Smith says, I got it. Goes up for 2 from the right block on the offensive rebound, and the putback attempt is no good, but he is fouled in the process. 2 free throws for Brandon Smith, and all of a sudden, though, it is a 12-point game. It's the largest deficit by either team here. Broken Bow is trying to improve to 12-5 on the year. Their win total last year was 16, but I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to get more than that this year. Smith's first free throw is good. Speaking of which, we want to look at some of this stuff. McAlester is only 4 wins away from tying their best finish to a season in over a decade, which they had that back impressive. In 21-22. Smith makes both the free throws, and it brings it back to a 10-point game.
Those were his first two free throw attempts of the night.
He had 10 free throw attempts against Plainview back on Friday, where he went 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Between the rings, McAlester kind of in do-or-die time now with 4.5 minutes left in the game and down by 10 points. Pass far corner, inside. Williston can't handle the ball. It'll be McAlester basketball, one of the few mistakes Williston has made today. 4:19 left, inbound to Dooney. 5 out right now for McAlester. Smith between the rings, passes angle right. Pouncil on the drive, high post, gets it back outside. Dooney, baseline. Backs up his man back outside. Right wing 3 by Brandon Smith. Painted gold! He hit the deck. Probably should have had a 4-point play, but Brandon Smith just talked about needing it. He got it. 65-58. McAlester back down by 7. Howell on the drive. Runner from inside the paint. Can't get it. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Broken Bow, as it was a good job by Williston blocking out Bickham, who nearly had the board just off his fingertips down the low post. But Howell does not miss very often. You cannot keep on giving him second chances here. They have cashed in on more than one of their second chance opportunities today, way more than one. Howell picks up his dribble, 1 foot inside the perimeter, 1 foot out. Gets back out to McDaniel. McDaniel, a sharpshooter. Tries dribbling up to the 3-point line, nothing doing there. To Howell inside the paint. Inside the circle, now into the paint. Goes up with a wild 2 and still scores. Fumbling all over the place, losing his balance. He still is able to put it in for 2. Washington driving in. He is fouled. No, he's going to travel on the way up. And Coach Dooney immediately speaks to the official that called it a travel and not a foul. McAlester will press. Broken Bow gets the inbound. 9-point deficit for McAlester. Quickly over to Baker. Baker driving, kicking, far corner. Williston inside the 3-point line, waits for an open man. Nothing's there. And Broken Bow with plenty of timeouts, has 4 of them. Howell past Smith, tries to get past Pouncil, lobs it out to the right wing. Axton lost control of the ball, gathers it back. Axton in the front court corner, throws the ball out of bounds right before Coach Woolsey can call a timeout. He wanted to call one to keep the possession, could not do so. With 3 minutes left in the game, again, still a game McAlester can come back in, down by 9. We've seen how fast they can score. They brought a 9-point deficit to a 1-point lead earlier in about 45 seconds. But, of course, Broken Bow playing a little bit slower now with the lead. Right wing, Pouncil, bounce pass into the corner. Smith guarded up well, dribbles inside the perimeter, stops free throw line back outside. Dooney, left wing 3, off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Williston. These next 2 possessions by both teams are going to be, I have a sneaking suspicion, what decides the game. Shovel pass, left front court. Baker trying to drive on Pouncil. It'd be a blocking foul called on Pouncil.
There was very little contact there. That'll be his fourth.
We have 4 fouls galore on both of our teams here.
We have 4 fouls on Bickham, Pouncil, and Dooney.
Driving in, Howell had to be kind of left alone by Bickham. Bickham trying to say that he pushed off with the elbow, and they're going to tee up Devion Bickham. Bickham tried telling the official that, hey, he delivered an elbow while he was driving in. He was trying to tell that to the official. I don't know what else was said after he said that, but it was enough to draw a tee, and that could have just been the nail in the coffin.
If that counts as personal, Devion's done.
Yeah, Devion's done on a technical foul. That was his 5th foul on the tee. And so now free throws will be on the way for Graydon Howell. Like I said, could have just been the nail in the coffin unless McAlester can catch fire. And even if they can, they got the hope that Broken Bow doesn't take care of the ball. Howell's first free throw is no good. The only thing I saw from Bickham is when the shot was made, he grabbed the ball, gave it to his man to inbound, looked over at the official and said he delivered an elbow. He extended the arm, and then no tee was blown right away there. I don't know if anything else was said after that. Howell makes the second free throw, splits his trip to the line, 1 of 2. And there will be a timeout called by head coach Ryan Woolsey of the Savages. 2:21 left in the game. 70-58 is our score. Broken Bow leads McAlester here in crunch time on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We're back in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, as the McAlester Buffaloes are down here to the Broken Bow Savages 70-58. Here on this Monday night non-district game. Again, this used to be kind of like a conference game. Of course, your wins and losses didn't even really count in conference play. There were rankings back in the day. That was 2 seasons ago. Now this is just, again, it will count in your wins and loss record, but it won't count on where you're going to be going come regional playoff time. As in the corner, we have a double team. We'll have a timeout called right out of the break. 2:10 left in the game, and I think to get our sponsors some love here, 70-58 is our score. McAlester down by 12. We'll send it back to break one more time. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Again, put up or shut up time here for the McAlester Buffaloes, down by 12, 70-58, needing to get some steals. Graydon Howell gets the ball, kicks the baseline. Broken Bow playing keep away here. McAlester double teaming everyone that has the ball. Brandon Smith grabbed his hands on it. We have a jump ball staying with Broken Bow, but that will flip the possession arrow. 1:57 left in the game. They need more of that. And 2 young teams, 2 young, very talented teams playing each other. Here's a drive by Howell. Howell with a floater inside the paint. Got it. So he answers right back after they were playing keep away earlier. Howell says, oh, well, hold on. Hold my Gatorade. Left wing 3 by Rodney Washington down the hoop, paying it gold. And now Coach Dooney wants to call a timeout with McAlester down by 11. 1:45 left in the game. Again, we have, before we send it to break, we have Broken Bow in the bonus. 2 more fouls for Broken Bow to put McAlester in the bonus. 1:45 left in the game. McAlester trails now 72-61. We'll take a break and be back. 30 seconds, and we'll be back here in the 4th quarter on KNED.
when winter winds blow icy and rare. McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Shout out to Buffalo Nation. We've got Blade Smith watching his boys. Also Nathan, Lesnow, and Casey cheering on for the Buffaloes as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. As again, we're here in the crunch time. Rodney Washington's 3 still gives McAlester a glimmer of hope. 1:45 left in the game, 72-61. You know, sports fans, they just love saying a lot of time left, partner.
That's right.
A lot of time left.
A lot of time left, even though there's 1:45.
And that's forever when you have 2 timeouts. Inbound to Howell, baseline. Howell, pass Pouncil with a spin move, double team, gathered the ball back into the near corner. McDaniel will drive baseline. He's pushed down by Howell and missed the layup was McDaniel. Rebounded by Hill, head over to Washington. Washington left wing, gives Pouncil, baseline. Pouncil lost it, gathered back by Washington. Near corner is fouled on the 3-point attempt. Free throws coming up for Rodney Washington, and give him 3 of those bad boys.
It's exactly what you wanted if you're McAlester. Obviously, you would like the three to go in plus the foul, but you'll take 3 free throws with the clock stopped.
Sky Baker was charged with the foul, his second personal, 14th foul. And what Coach Dooney speaking with one of the officials about is that should have been a 2-pointer over here on this other side, but it was a missed layup. But Dooney was pushed on a move. I mean, that's not even a moving screen as Washington misses the first free throw. You need these, baby.
But 2-6 from the line tonight.
On the other side, Dooney was pushed to create the lane down inside the paint. I mean, just forcibly pushed. Should have been an offensive foul and given McAlester the ball back as Washington misses the second free throw. It has been a night to forget when you get free points for McAlester. They have not taken advantage.
They're 10 of 18 from the line right now.
It will not get it done against a high-flying Broken Bow offense. He does make the third free throw. McAlester brings it back to a 10-point game. In the backcourt, McAlester trying to press as Dooney picks up his 5th foul as he clipped Graydon Howell. Free throws on the way for the sophomore phenom.
Dooney will check out, and we'll see who Ryan Cornish will check in for him.
Ryan Cornish will be getting his first minutes here with, 83 seconds left. 83 ticks to make up, as of it is right now, a 10-point deficit. Howell hasn't made all of his free throws tonight, but he's been pretty close to automatic. First one in the air is made after it rolled around a little bit. And what Coach Woolsey is trying to say, don't foul on 3-point attempts. Leave it alone. Even if they make one, they made one. But if you keep on fouling them, they get 3 free throw attempts. You're giving them free shots. Howell's second free throw is good as well. Back to a 12-point game. Each possession from here on out is a must-make for the Buffaloes. Near corner, 3-pointer, and he's fouled again! Rodney Washington, just what Coach Woolsey was saying, do not foul on 3 attempts. That one is going to be on Graydon Howell. And Rodney Washington with a chance to kind of redeem his last trip to the free throw line where he went 1 of 3. That's Howell's 4th personal. It's not going to really matter as much right now unless McAlester can score with authority. First free throw by Washington is good.
He's up to 28 points.
With a chance to bring it to a 9-point game. And a lot of people would say, well, just double team Howell. McAllister's been doing that.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night long.
Second free throw made by Washington. It's just that he has elite speed. That is why D1 colleges are looking at him for multiple sports, is because his speed is some of the best that you will see. He's one of the best athletes you'll find in the state of Oklahoma.
You are exactly right.
Third free throw by Washington, and so is he. He makes all 3 free throws. McAlester brings it back to a 9-point game. 1:17 left in it. Hill inbounds, finds Howell. Howell down the floor. Howell finds a man to the left wing. Again, they're going to play keep away here. McAlester down by 3 possessions. Stopping. High post, throwing it out of bounds. McDaniel was looking for Axton in front of the Broken Bow bench to throw it away. And that's what you need if you're wanting to come back in the game. Down by 9, Washington straight away 3, need it. Back ironed, high bounce, offensive board. Pouncil has it, low post up for 2. Got the roll, and it's that is now a 7-point game for McAlester. Coach Dooney calls one of his last 2 timeouts. 74-67, 56 seconds left in the game. We'll take a break and be back here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks. Or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,845.
McAlester Direct Primary Care offers 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. We now offer hormone replacement therapy in addition to our other services. For more information, please stop by our office, McAlester Direct Primary Care at 6th and Carl Albert, or give us a call at 918-233-6522.
56 seconds left in this one, 74-67. The McAlester Buffaloes trail the Broken Bow Savages, but McAlester slowly but surely trying to get back into this. They were down by 14. They've cut that deficit in half and still have some time to make some noise. Howell inbound. No, he doesn't. He just throws it a little bit further along. Baseline stolen by Smith. Smith bounced past Washington. Washington was fouled on the way up. No whistle. Offensive board by Pouncil, and it's taken by the Savages at the top of the key. I don't know what you're looking for if that's not a foul. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. If that's not a foul, then we shouldn't have called fouls all game long.
I mean, there was so much contact.
Rodney's got to beg for free throws anytime he wants to go to the line. As now we have Mason Williston to the charity stripe. I don't know. I don't know either. Could have made it a 5-point game. Williston hits the free throw. Now it's an 8. With 43 seconds left, it could have been a 5-point game. And honestly, if that would have fell, I would have still thought it would be an and 1. I was getting ready to call it too. Second free throw was made by Williston. Come on now. What are we doing? 9-point game, 76-67. Washington driving down to the low post. That one too wide with a shot. Gets his own rebound and scores. Back to a 7-point game. Broken Bow inbound, and we have a timeout called by head coach Ryan Woolsey. 28 seconds left in the game, 76-69. McAlester trailing by 7 here on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes. For over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
28 seconds left in the game. McAlester trying to fight back, but down by 7, 76-69. They've been able to get some turnovers when Broken Bow's taking really good care of the ball for the majority of the game. Both teams have one timeout apiece left. Williston will grab the ball and be fouled by Ryan Cornish. They'll send him back to the line. So Ryan Cornish, as Nate mentioned, his second personal foul. Mason Williston, again, he has been doing all of his damage off the bench. I don't know if he's usually a starter, and if he's not, then maybe they should consider putting him in the starting 5, because he has been, if he's not the second best player, he's been the third. First free throw is made. Obviously, number 1 has been Graydon Howell. Number 2, you could argue Jackson McDaniel or the senior here. As Williston can't make the second free throw. It's an 8-point game. 25 seconds left. Must score possession near corner. Smith, baseline, towards the low post. Up for 2, left it short. There's the rebound by Broken Bow, and that should be the ball game. Howell will be fouled, but that is going to be it. McAllister's comeback efforts fall a little bit short here. Howell will end up locking things down here for his Broken Bow Savages. They're going to improve to 12-5 on the season. McAlester will lose their second straight to another top team in 4A, the Broken Bow Savages. McAlester will drop to 9-7 on the year, getting ready for their renewed rivalry with the Ada Cougars, a matchup we haven't seen in a couple of seasons here. Again, the good news if you're a McAlester fan, glass half full mentality, that's all what I always like to do, is this is not a district game. It still stinks to lose, but this is not a district game. Second free throw is up and in. Makes it a 10-point game again. Washington down the floor, steps into a left wing three. That one is too short. Bounced outside. Smith takes it back, right wing. Smith contested a right wing three. Caught it with the floater, painted gold. It's a 7-point game, but the clock continues to run. There's the inbound, and there's the ball game. Final score here tonight in McCurtain County. The McAlester Buffaloes fall to the Broken Bow Savages in what was a really good game, but in the entire second half, McAlester just had to play keep up, and they couldn't do it. And it struggled. It showed with the struggling from the free throw line for McAlester as they finished still at a decent 64% from the line, but they struggled early on. And like I said, for the rest of the way, it was playing catch up. And the Buffaloes fall here tonight to the Broken Bow Savages, 79-72, as Broken Bow now wins their second consecutive one over the Buffaloes. McAlster's last win over the Savages coming at home back in 2022. To the Broken Bow Savages, 68-63 was that final. But we'll have some post-game stats and post-game thoughts when we return. 79-72, McAlester falls in this one. You're listening to McAlester Basketball here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal House.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 0014445. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2,500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57,605. Bighorn 76,845.
Welcome back to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, here at the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray Activity Center, where the McAlester Buffaloes fall to the Broken Bow Savages 79-72 the final score. It was a back-and-forth game for most of the first half, but after what was, I believe, a 9-0 run to give the Broken Bow Savages the lead back, McAlester is playing catch-up for the rest of the game. And when you're playing catch-up against Graydon Howell, well, first off, you're probably going to lose because he's faster than everybody else on the floor. And that's saying a lot because we got a lot of fast players. Brandon Smith and Rodney Washington and all these other guys, they're a really good players. So the McAlester Buffaloes do fall 79-72 to the Broken Bow Savages here as we're about to look at our post-game stats to kind of see how everything shaped out. Post-game stats brought to you by Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, your full-service automotive and transmission repair shop, brake work and heat and air repair, plus we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 2201 North Main Street, McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Nate?
All right, Rodney Washington was your leading scorer with 32 points, just 2 short of his career high on 39% shooting, 6 of 11 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 2 of those being offensive. He also recorded a steal. Brandon Smith had 19 on 6 of 16 shooting, 5 of 10 from three-point range, still just lighting it up from downtown. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, and 5 steals. Davian Pouncil had 13 tonight on 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Had 8 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. And let's see. Devion Bickham, before he fouled out, he had 5 points and 7 rebounds on 2 of 3 shooting from the field. He also recorded 2 steals and 2 blocks. Caven Hill had 3 points along with 4 rebounds. Then Wesley Phillips recorded a defensive rebound. Alex Dooney, before he fouled out, had 4 rebounds, 2 of those being offensive. Let's see. And that rounds out your individual scoring. We'll move on to team stats. McAlester shot 24-65 from the field, good for 37%. Broken Bow 28 of 57, good for 49%. That's really where the difference is right there.
That's where the difference is.
McAlester 10 of 30 from three-point range. Broken Bow 8 of 23. Broken Bow just 2% better, 35 to 33%. McAlester, you got to make your free throws in this game. I mean, McAlester shot 14 of 22 from the free throw line, good for 64%. Broken Bow 15 of 20 for 75%. And let's see.
That's a difference of 4 points right there. I mean, just the difference in what you had there. I know that McAlester missed 6 free throws, but they missed 5. We missed 9 free throws and they missed 5. So that's
8.
the difference. Oh, 8. I'm sorry. They missed 8. So that's the difference. That makes it a 4-point game if you cut the difference and just everyone missed the same amount. So,
right.
You got to make your free throws. And McAlester did not do that early in this game.
And McAlester was out-rebounded 36 to 33, so nothing crazy. McAlester had 12 offensive rebounds today.
I was about to say they did a much better job in the second half. We mentioned at halftime that's what McAlester really needed to do was to be able to clean up the glass better in the second half. That they did, but then in the second half, that's where Broken Bow started to really hit their 3-ball. And then, like I said, you're playing catch-up, and no one really catches up to Graydon Howell. And also he had some help too. Jackson McDaniel, the 2 threes that he made right before the end of the third quarter, those were huge. That might have been the difference in the game truly because that gave them a 6-point cushion going into the fourth quarter. And McAlester, once they got to about the 5-point mark, they just could not get any closer. So the Jackson McDaniel 2 threes to be able to extend the lead or get the lead and then keep it like a 6-point game going into the fourth, that was huge, especially with McAlester being in foul trouble going into the fourth. And then what about, we mentioned his name all night today, Mason Williston off the bench. He was crucial. If you don't have him, McAlester probably wins this game. Right. So anyway, continue on.
Let's see. I believe we were at turnovers. McAlester had 18 turnovers compared to Broken Bow's 11, and both teams had 3 blocks in the game today.
So nearly every stat, McAlester was outdone, and the fact that they were only lost this game by 7 points says a whole lot to, one, the will and the testament of the team, but also knowing that you have mistakes that you made in this game and there are things that you can fix. Now you don't have any time to fix them. You have to have a quick turnaround game tomorrow against Ada. And if you thought this one had some high emotions, if you thought the game against Blanchard back on Saturday and the championship game of the Bobcat Classic had a lot of emotions, tomorrow
get ready.
It's going to run wild. So McAlester needs to do a better job well, I'm not going to say they need to do a better job, but they need to make sure they keep their emotions in check. There are at times where you might have frustration fouls or things don't go your way. We saw it over in Durant about a few weeks ago on when if you do something wrong or Durant starts to get it going or you think a few calls didn't go your way, it snowballs down.
Right.
You cannot let that happen tomorrow because chances are some things are going to go your way. Chances are you might get fouls that you didn't think that you were going to get. Chances are Ada's probably going to hit some threes or they're going to get some big-time buckets. You got to be able to respond accordingly, keep your head in the game, a la High School Musical. I guess get your head in the game, and you need to make sure that you stay with it for 4 quarters tomorrow because I think that Ada is a team that McAlester can beat if they put their minds to it, if they come out with the same intensity for 4 quarters and stay smart. Really, that's my final thoughts on this one. Nate, your final ones, and we'll wrap it up and go home because we have to make a 2-hour drive back to McAlester, and then we have to do prep for tomorrow for McAlester against Ada.
I think you covered pretty much all my thoughts, so I'll just go ahead and give thanks to our sponsors, and we'll wrap it up here. I want to thank Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, the Bank N.A., Fenton Nissan, Friesen Flare Heat and Air, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, McAlester Direct Primary Care, Stipe Law Firm, and Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop. Thank you for putting us on the air tonight and all season long.
And big thank you to our board operator, Austin Wheat, for his work tonight because I know it's not easy when we're having some Report It app. So if anyone wants to know why we sound pretty clear on the radio a lot of the times, not tonight if you're listening on the radio, it's because we have this really nifty app called Report It. We call it Tie Line. That's its nickname here. For whatever reason, we're having a problem with our server with our tie line. We had that a little bit on Saturday against Blanchard. Thankfully, after the first quarter, it was pretty much over. But we had that problem over at the Pit 8 tournament, too, for anyone that was trying to listen on Rock 105, and it cut out every once in a while. So it's something to do with our server. We're going to try to get it fixed tomorrow so that if anyone needs to travel anywhere tomorrow, you can listen to McAlester Radio's coverage of POTAC in a clean fashion, and we can get off the phone signal.
Cannot stress enough, make your way out to the MAC tomorrow.
Yeah, there's no reason to be listening to us.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pop in an earbud and listen to us on the app, no other reason why you should be listening to us tomorrow. You should be there in person to see it for yourself. And by the way, thank you, the listener or viewer, for spending your Monday night with us. One final time from the Grace C. and Walter L. Ray Activity Center in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. The Lady Buffs fell 75-42, while the Buffs fell 79-72. Until tomorrow when we return for POTAC for the first time ever at the MAC, on behalf of Nate Brown and myself, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night, have a Buffalo night. Night-night, Harper.